Hello and welcome to Magic Myths and Mayhem, a TTRPG podcast with mostly accurate rules and inconsistent character voices. I'm Alex, and today this is going to be a bit of a weird session. I'm pre-recording this after editing because the session is kind of made up of two different sessions, but it all needed to be put together. So the beginning is just me and Rowan talking about Daggerheart and the rules of Daggerheart. Now this is something we recorded at the end of May, when Daggerheart officially had just come out, so it doesn't have any of the playtest content, but it's just us talking through the rules as we start to understand them for pretty much the first time, and that would be useful for you if you don't know the rules of Daggerheart. If you already know the rules of Daggerheart and you're just interested to listen to us and our Session 0 content, then skip to around 47 minutes when we start talking about Session 0, which is what we recorded towards the end of July, which is just us creating characters, talking about all of the details to do with them, and generally having quite a fun time coming up with one of the most ridiculous concepts we've ever come up with ever in anything. And then finally, within the same session towards the end, so at about 1 hour and 49 minutes into the session, we do a little battle test, just because we wanted to get used to the rules and how they interact, because obviously we're used to 5e, we're not used to Daggerheart. So if you like the battle side of things, or just want to see us interacting with this for the first time, then that's what you want to skip to. So yes, a bit of a weird session. Obviously next week we'll have our official session 1, so if you're not interested in any of this stuff, then you're welcome to skip to that, but I would say this is worth listening to, if anything, because we have a very fun time doing it. So without further ado, have fun listening. So we're going to break this down into 5 different sections. What is Daggerheart? The basic core rules, character creation, playing the game, and opinions, which of course, if you've got that far, you might want to hear. And I'm going to mostly be putting this to Rowan, because Rowan has read a lot more into this than I have, because I've been super busy making all sorts of things. So, start it out. What is Daggerheart?
Daggerheart is a tabletop role-playing game. Did you know that?
Well, I do now.
It's a role-play focused tabletop game that stemmed from Critical Role, so they built it kind of around how they run their games, which is heavy roleplay focused. It can get a little crunchy later on, but the emphasis is on the world and the characters and the interactions.
Excellent. So, for clarification on that, it is obviously similar to D&D 5e, which is what we use, in that it is a TTRPG system, but as I looked into it, and of course we'll get into the more in-depth stuff in a bit, it does have quite a few differences. It definitely has the flavorings, but it's gone in a very unique direction that I still have not sussed as to whether or not I like it or not. To be honest, when I was reading through the rules, flip-flopped between I like this and I don't like this. So it's one of those that I think would desperately need playing to understand fully whether or not we could actually do it.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And
yeah,
from a lot of the stuff I've read and seen run, and just by the way that it seems to be built, it's not built with like any particular setting or anything in mind. It's very bare bones and very much depends on the table it's being played at.
Yes. And of course, to clarify, though it has come from the Critical Role crew, it is not associated with them in the sense of their lore and their worlds and their campaigns. It is, of course, completely second to that. I don't know if there's any people to credit for making Daggerheart other than the main crew.
There are. It's the Darrington Press crew, so where? Oh, credits. That's probably where it's at.
Probably in the credits.
Lead game designer, Spencer Stark. Additional game designers, Carlos Crisco.
Carlos Francisco.
Rowan Hall, John Harper, Matt Mercer, Alex Uboldi, and Mike Underwood.
And then there's a lot more
people did stuff, production and art and writing and editing.
Yes, exactly. So thank you to them for this. So I think our best point is to go into the basic core rules. I think a lot of this will end up being a comparative to D&D because that is what we know so well. And I think if people are listening to this, they obviously have at least got used to us playing D&D, not that we use the rules that often. But it's definitely a good sort of base point to try and understand it by. Now, as I understand it, of course, the main... There's a cat. That comes with the handbook, apparently. Now, as I understand it, The main and complete starting difference is this is not a D20 system, which, to clarify, is a system that uses a D20 to make the deterministic choices in a game. So in D&D, we want to do a athletics check. I will say to Rowan, roll an athletics. They will roll a D20, add on any modifiers, and we get our result. In this, we do not have a D20. What do we have, Rowan?
Well, we do have a D20, but not for the player side.
Yeah.
On the player side, we're using 2D12s and a system called the duality dice.
Yes, duality dice.
Yeah.
So it is hope and fear, duality dice, which is a very interesting thing. I guess technically, because from the GM side, you could still say it as D20, but for the majority of play, it is not focused on the D20.
It's kind of unique in that it uses two.
We'll add in one tick. Editing Alex put in like a ding noise here. One tick. D12 is my favorite dice, so and I get to roll two of them. Even better.
Every time. Along with that, people familiar with D&D may ask how that works, how crits work. It's not just if you get a 24, it's anytime both dice have the same number on it, you have a critical success.
Exactly, but of course we should talk to what a success or a failure looks like, which is of course hope and fear.
Yeah, so much like other systems, the game master will set a number that they're looking for, and the players will roll both of them and add those together to get the number. But in addition to that, both dice, there's the hope die and the fear die, and different things happen if one rolls higher than the other, if you fail the roll, if you succeed the roll. So if you fail a roll with fear, and so the higher number is the fear die, the GM gets a resource called fear, which they can use to do game master actions, and you fail the roll.
Yes, it kind of changes. There's a lot of things that can be done with it. It's like a little token that allows you to take certain actions, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's just because of the nature of the system is very like free flow. So it's kind of like you can do this many things because you have this much resource. But yeah, if you fail a roll with hope, then you still fail the roll. You're not able to do the thing you wanted to do, but you do get hope back, and you prevent the GM from getting another one of those adversarial actions. Hope is a resource for the player, which allows them to do a lot of things, including take certain actions or boost rolls using their experiences so they can succeed more in the future, or they could use it on abilities that call for a certain amount of hope. All the resources for both the player and the GM are very fluid.
Yes, it's kind of like a very generalized action points, but they're not focused on combat. It's just like everything kind of focuses in. You can still do things without them, but everything kind of focuses in on these hope and fear tokens. I believe a player can have a maximum. I think it starts with a maximum of 6, but you can add more.
Yeah, it goes up as you level up.
I presume, but I didn't look into it, the GM just has an infinite number of fear tokens.
The GM has a maximum of 12 fear tokens that they can have at any point throughout the narrative. So it doesn't increase or decrease. Yeah,
it'd be very interesting as well to GM it, because of course one of the larger things that GMs will do is bend the rules for themselves. A bad GM will do it so that the GM wins. A good GM will do it to make it a more fun experience. So those fear tokens might get a little bit more wispy as to whether or not they exist or not, I guess, to try and keep things fun. It would be interesting to see how that interacts, whether or not that even becomes necessary whilst GMing, because 12 is quite a lot. But I don't know what can be done with them in its entirety.
We will look more into that later. It seems the GM side is very improv heavy.
Yes.
The GM role in this game doesn't have as much room for an adversarial relationship with the players as D&D does.
Yeah.
Because the whole system is focused on making a smooth story.
Yes.
Among all the players.
So you got duality dice. Advantages and disadvantages are not doubling up the dice. It's you either add a d6 or remove a d6 from your duality dice roll.
Yeah. So
it's not quite as powerful as I would say as in D&D, but it obviously tips the scales by about 50%. Well, 50% on each dice.
It also allows you to take multiple advantages.
Mm.
So it's saying here, if the ally has gained advantage on a roll from multiple sources, they take the highest of all the advantage dice rolled and add the result to their action roll.
Yeah. And I would imagine, actually, it means you can have advantage and disadvantage, and it just sort of roll everything and see what the number is.
Yeah. It's closer to your homebrew system.
Yes. Which I still maintain, I think, is a very good way of doing it, because it still keeps up the sort of random nature of more dice.
Yeah. There is a lot of stuff in here. So there's also tag team rolls. So using that hope resource, you can initiate a tag team roll between one player and another in order to combine efforts. So it's kind of like an improv action move that you can do to be more effective.
Okay, so it's kind of like a help action, but a bit more involved, because obviously the help in
Yes.
D&D is just like, roll again.
Yeah.
Interesting. Once per session, it says, which is an interesting... It's a very definitive rule.
Both make separate action rolls, but before resolving the roll's outcome, choose one of the rolls to apply for both of the results. Okay. So, on a roll with hope, all PCs involved gain a hope. On a roll with fear, the GM gains a fear for each PC involved.
So, yes, so effectively, it's like advantage, but like, of the whole
For
thing.
both people, yeah.
Very interesting.
It's like both of you are making a move, and the success relies on what both of you roll, which both of you choose.
It's also very interesting that it says once per session, because that's not a common usage in many TTRPG systems to be like, you can do this once per session. But I guess it's in an attempt to try and balance something like that, otherwise people could do it quite a lot.
Well, it does cost 3 hope, which is a fair...
Each. I think, it might just be the one that's initiating.
Each player can choose to spend 3
so
hope.
each player has the ability to do it once per session.
Okay, I see. Interesting.
It's very interesting. Yes, this then dives into what I think flows over to my next section of character creation, and I think we'll allow that to happen, because I think a good way to highlight all the different parts is to look at, which I have in front of me, a character sheet, and rather than trying to just break down every single rule that you're looking at there, just look at the different bits and talk about what they mean. Not necessarily for someone to be looking at the character sheet, it's just a good way to sort of highlight all the different pieces. Because there's quite a lot, obviously, that focuses in on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I will go on the character sheet I'm looking at, from the top left, across like I'm reading a book, which starts with evasion and armor, which, as far as I understand, are similar to just like a broken down AC from D&D.
So evasion is closer to the AC, and armor is a system that you can use to reduce incoming damage you're going to take.
Yeah.
So on an attack roll, the GM will roll against the player's evasion. If they hit, you roll to see how much damage you're going to take, figure out which threshold it's going to hit, which there are major and severe thresholds.
Yes, there's minor damage, major damage, severe damage, I believe.
Yeah, so minor damage is going to be 1 hit point, major is 2, and severe is 3.
Which, to just define so that it doesn't get too confusing, it's jumping a little bit, but the hit points are not like in D&D where you have a pool of like 150 or whatever it is at a high level. You have, well, on the character sheet I have, which is level 4, 7.
Yes.
But you don't take 7 damage and therefore die. You get hit, and depending on how much damage it was, you mark 1, 2, or 3 of those hit points. So it's kind of just like generalizes, and this happens in a couple places that we'll see. It kind of just generalizes stuff, makes it less mathy.
Mm-hmm. So with those thresholds, with the armor, what you'll try to do is your armor will be worth a certain amount of damage that you would have taken, and you can use 1 armor slot to reduce that, hopefully trying to get it to the lower threshold.
Yeah.
To reduce how much HP you're taking.
Which is, I definitely would take some readjusting from switching systems.
For sure.
Because that's completely different. The next thing across is the equivalent of the abilities, which are different but mostly the same. I obviously looked into each of them, and they mostly relate back to the standard D&D ones, which we all remember are dexterity, strength, constitution, charisma, wisdom, and intelligence. Daggerheart has agility, strength, finesse, instinct, presence, and knowledge.
Yes.
Which at the first look is like, I don't know what anything. Well, strength obviously is the same. So agility is kind of dexterity. Strength is strength. I got a little confused at the beginning because obviously agility and finesse. Agility is like physically dexterity type things. Finesse was more like stealth and what's the word? Fucking Maisie did a course in it. Subterfuge.
Yeah.
Side of
And
things.
it's the careful aspect of dexterity. They kind of broke up dexterity into the two. Like a more athletic version with agility, and a more like careful and like calculated version with finesse.
Yeah, on the sheet it has little words under it. So agility says sprint, dodge, leap. Strength says lift, smash, grapple. Finesse says control, hide, tinker. Instinct says perceive, sense, navigate. So that's obviously sort of a wisdom. Presence is charm, perform, and deceive. So that's your charisma. And knowledge is recall, analyze, and comprehend, which is intelligence. Which I do, to be fair, like the split, because I think there's always been a lot of confusion between like wisdom and intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
And these at least break it down to be... I think they are less inherently understandable, but that means that you use less of your real-world knowledge to try and fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes it more distinct.
Yes. So, alongside hit points, there is something called stress.
Mm-hmm. So, stress is another resource that at first it may look like you want to try to minimize how much stress you take, but it's useful because some abilities will force you to take a stress. It also kind of feeds into the roleplay aspect. Because there are actions you can take to reduce stress.
Mm-hmm.
That the GM might be like, you have an opportunity here to take a little break. Instead of there being a quote-unquote short rest, you can take a couple minutes here to like wash your face and like clean yourself to maybe reduce your stress a little bit. Just try to get back to a good state.
Yeah.
But it's another very fluid resource that can be used for a lot of different things. So, for instance, in Taris, I was using a sanity system, but for this, I may use stress as like an opportunity to like further affect the characters in that kind of way. Yeah,
and I believe if you. So I've on the character sheet that I've made, I have 7 stress points available. If you get all of them, you are, it gave it a name, vulnerable. And at that point, if you take any actions, it costs a hit point.
Yes.
And anything that would give you stress takes your hit point. So effectively, it's like full exhaustion, you just push yourself too far.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of resource management, well not a lot, there's just a fair bit of resource management on that, making sure that you're not pushing things and trying to keep things in balance.
That's kind of part of what I like about the system, though, is that it requires more attention to what's going on with the sheet. And hopefully it would make people more engaged.
I think it depends, of course, on how it's approached, but I think it does start to promote this idea. I mean, this will be more of our opinions at the end, but just start to promote the idea of more focus and a little bit less of what I think tends to happen with D&D, which is, oh, it's my turn, I smack the thing, roll my dice kind of thing. It allows a bit more of an open system, but we'll get to our opinions towards the end.
Sure.
Weapons, which, to be fair, as far as I could see, work very similarly, although there is a difference in that you can have a primary and a secondary weapon. There's things to do with two-handed and stuff.
Burden?
It was the burden, yes. Can be one-handed, two-handed, and stuff like that. Each weapon has a trait. That's what they're called. That's what the ability things, the agility, strength, finesse, blah, 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 blah. They're called traits. So each one abides to a trait. So if a weapon says it's a strength weapon, in fact, we'll use the example you have there. So the broadsword has an agility trait. So it will use, it's not that you can't use it, it's just that it uses agility as its...
Yeah, that's where it draws its bonuses from.
Yep. its range is melee, and we will get into that in a second about why it doesn't have like an actual. Ranges are a little different, I think, but we'll get into that in a second.
Yes.
The damage gives you a dice and a type of damage. The burden, I think burden's a bit of a dramatic word, but it's mostly just how many hands it takes.
Yeah.
And then a feature is just anything special about it.
Yeah, they all have, or they don't all, but like magic weapons will use the feature thing a lot.
Yeah.
So
the character I made is a sorcerer, so it's a dual staff that has a range, I believe, of far.
Mm-hmm.
And it uses instinct because that's what it's based on, so I have a +3, and its damage is 2d6 +3, and I'm just assuming that +3 is from the instinct.
Yes, it will.
Yeah. So it's very similar to D&D. I think it's broken down a little bit nicer, but the range was a little bit of an interesting one, because you've mentioned this before. I didn't dive too deep into it, so I'll let you speak on that.
Sure. So the ranges, they use very general terms. Like the closest ones are melee, very close, and close, which I think they're melee. It's going to be technically within 5 feet, but they use these more general terms because the way the turns work are very kind of open-ended. There's not like a set amount of things you can do in a turn. It's kind of based on the vibe.
We'll get to the definition of that, like a combat round, in a second, because it is very interesting, very different.
They did add definitions for each of the ranges, in case people didn't want to run with that more.
Which is nice.
Yeah. I do kind of like it. It's going to take getting used to.
Yes, and again, it'll come to our opinions. I think this allows open-ended discussions, which is not always a good thing with our group.
Yeah.
I think there's going to have to be a fair sense of, if the GM says it, it goes.
Yeah.
As long as things are consistent, but I feel like it has to push down to that.
That's generally what it's supposed to be, and people, like, the way I've seen it being played is like for movement. People will say, "I need to get to this thing. They are far away from me." So if they're far away, then the GM will say, "Okay, make an agility roll to see if you can get there without issue, to see if you're fast enough." So they'll roll to go a certain distance, rather than be like, "You have this set amount this turn. You can't go any faster. There's nothing you can do to be faster.
Yeah.
You're just stuck there." So it is more fluid and lets you do more stuff, but it makes sure that difficulty is in the player's hands to see if they can do it.
Because we're flowing towards it, a combat round, as far as I understand, you do things until you fail, and then it switches to the GM. Things happen until they fail, and then it switches back to you guys.
Kind of. So, you kind of just follow the story with it, I guess. So if you feel like at this point the enemy would respond, you can be like, I'm going to use it. You can interrupt a character's actions with the fear resource. So that's one of the things you can do as a GM. Is you can use that resource to interrupt a player's action, saying, before you can do that, the enemy is going to act now. But the more loose system allows players to work together or take a turn when it feels more natural.
Yes.
So it's not necessarily when you fail, it's just that when players do fail, you're giving the GM the resource, so they're going to have more ability to take that turn. And it like when a player fails, that's also just a good like opportunity for an enemy to respond, right? Like, so you take advantage of that failure.
Yeah, it's certainly something that's very different and therefore will require a lot more thought.
Yeah.
Again, we'll get to the opinions, but I can see both positives and negatives from something like that. But that is indeed how it works.
I think it requires people to be like more attentive and like involved in the story.
Yeah. Like I said, we'll save it for the opinions, because I'm sure we both have plenty, which will be the part that we have to eventually cut ourselves off, because otherwise we will talk for it.
Seeing as we keep interrupting with opinions.
Well, exactly. Experience are basic kind of skills. If you've listened to things on this channel before, you know we've played Roll for Shoes. It's kind of the same as Roll for Shoes. You mentioned this in one of the pre-rambles. in that you sort of choose an experience and then you can give it more
value.
Adding to the dice. I guess value is a good word. With your level ups, and I'm sure there are other ways to do so. But it is literally you type in what you want it to be. And I'm sure this is obviously a lot of GM interaction, which is a very interesting way of doing it, because I've always liked it in Roll for Shoes, because it's very quick, very sort of to the point. You just kind of play with it, but then it always gets a little bit ridiculous, and that was fine. I'm not sure how it would work in a larger campaign with greater things. Again, hold back the opinion. But yes, the way it is, in just doing the character creation up to level 4, there was 2 at the beginning and 1 at like level 3 maybe, or something like that I could do them. And then in the level ups, I could also make the modifiers attached to them slightly better. But I could only do that once. Maybe that'll come up again, like with a higher level.
Yeah, so you're able to add more experiences or add to experiences you already have, or you can completely change the experience. So like it's saying here in the handbook, it's saying if you feel like your character has outgrown a certain experience, or they're not that person anymore, you can change it to something that fits them better.
Yes.
It's basically, so the skills they come directly from your attributes here. But the experiences allow you to use hope as a resource to take advantage of experiences you've had if they are relevant to the role you're making. Which you have to, it's very important during character creation. So I think like a session 0 is far more important in this system than any other, because it's a lot more discussion, making sure that you have an idea of the character, you check with the GM. It's like, well, I have this idea. It's like, I think that they've got this kind of thing. It doesn't matter what you call it, but the player and the GM both have to understand in what kind of situations you're imagining this experience could be used, and what like you actually mean at the core of that experience.
Yeah.
So it's not something that you're going to be like down the line. It's like, oh, this could probably be used for it, because at the beginning when you made your character, you both established what the intended situational use for this experience is.
Yeah.
And like where it comes from, and like maybe down the line you and the GM will agree that it could be used somewhere else, but it needs to be a mutual understanding. It's not like well, we established this, so it's going to happen. It's a yes and yes, or a no and no.
Exactly, yeah. So it opens up for more variance, but certainly interesting. Again, I'll hold back the opinions for it, or at least how it relate to us. I'm not sure how many experiences you can have, if there is a limit to them.
It is something you can select on level up, and I think you can have quite a few, but if you take quite a few, then you're like, it's going to be kind of the bonuses you gain. Yeah, the bonuses you gain are going to be pretty shallow. So,
but that does bring to, so just to clarify, if I were as a character, a sorcerer here, I wanted to do something that would be like jumping over a wall. In D&D, of course, you'd say roll acrobatics or something similar. Let's just say that for now. And even if I have a -1, a 0, whatever, that's a skill that's been set from what I have as my abilities. In this, would it be just something that you set on the agility trait, and because I don't have any experiences that relate to it, I'm just using the agility trait? Or is there anything else that gets added, or there's no proficiencies or anything?
It would just be the agility trait.
And then if I were, say, an acrobat,
a gymnast,
a gymnast, and one of my experiences was, depending on how specific it needs to be, but like acrobatics, it could then be potentially added to it. Yeah, that's interesting. And then I suppose it kind of accentuates and doubles up, because in that case I've most likely already boosted my agility score, so therefore I'd also be getting the experience, so it's sort of very, very focused in on certain things, which is interesting.
But then like also you would have that advantage to jump over a wall, but at the same time acrobats can do other stuff. Maybe they have more grip strength because you'd have to hold onto a bar, so maybe you're trying to hold on to something to not be blown away, and you can get a bonus on that as well, because it pertains to that experience that you have.
Yes.
So it's like a multi-use thing that's it broadens the situational uses for these proficiencies that you may have.
Certainly. And No, I won't say what I was going to say because that's opinion-based. So. We'll cut out all the stuff. God, I have opinions. So the last bit that will expand out a little bit. Oh, there is a conditions section, but those conditions. There are different conditions and they affect things differently, but it's conditions. That's how it is.
Yeah. That comes just like in D&D. We don't know what they do until we look them up in that situation.
The main last thing is effects and features. Now, the biggest thing noted when I was doing the character creation is the class that you choose. So I chose a sorcerer, and the options are Bard, Druid, Guardian, Ranger, Rogue, Seraph, Sorcerer, Warrior, and Wizard. So similar, but not identical to D&D, obviously.
Mm.
But each of those has a domain.
2 domains.
Associated. Or should I say they have 2 domains. For example, for a sorcerer, it is Arcana and Midnight. And all that means, as far as I understood when I was making things, is when it comes to selecting effects and features, or should I say mostly effects, kind of like spell cards, the ones that are available to you are the ones that come under your domains. The domains are shared between different classes.
There's usually one overlap. As a character, since you have 2 domains, you usually have one overlap with 2 other classes.
Yes. And I obviously don't know the full list, but there was kind of a level sort of thing of how powerful they are. So, for example, when I was creating it, like I think one of the first ones I took, Rune Ward, which is like a level 1-ish spell. And then later on, I had things available to me like Counterspell and Preservation Blast, which is just like a big explosion of magic.
Yes.
And each of them, they're unique, so there's no point in like trying to define each of them individually. Some of them are like damaging things. A lot of them use 1 hope or potentially more.
Some force you to take a stress.
Exactly. Some of them you roll. So like my Counterspell has a roll alongside it. So they're all just like the things that you can do, but there's a lot less. It's because it kind of combines all of your spells and all of your features and everything into just like a set of cards, which, to be honest, I imagine in a physical version of this is quite a pretty and beautiful set of cards that you can lay out lovingly.
Yes.
But alongside that is the features, which is more your class-based things. So, for example, I have a unique hope feature called Sorcerer Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Which allows me to use 3 hope to do a certain thing. There's class features associated with the Sorcerer, Arcane Sense, Minor Illusion. It's interesting that Arcane Sense, you can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range.
Mm-hmm.
Just can.
Yep.
Very interesting. And then there's my subclass, which I selected as an elemental origin that has various things to do with that. And then there's an ancestry thing, and then a community thing. Community is basically backgrounds, but actually useful and something that people will actually use.
Yup.
Right, so I've gone into opinions again.
Yeah. My take on domains is that they kind of act like a spell list, but
yes,
it's
not just spells.
It's all encompassing for what the class can do rather than just the spells.
Yes, and that's kind of like everything else that you can do, and it is a lot simpler than D&D. For sure. I'm not a massive fan of how it's presented on Demiplane. It does the same thing that D&D Beyond did, where it's all kind of cramped at the bottom, which I'm not a big fan of. But it's always difficult to create any kind of a UI that has a lot of things on it, especially like cards.
Yeah.
If we switched to this, I could genuinely see myself getting card packs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be playing a character as much, but I could see myself certainly getting card packs because it would make things a lot simpler. Or even if I just made my own, but like printing stuff off.
And the art is really pretty and well done.
That is true.
They hired a bunch of cool artists, and they did great.
Because we support artists, and that's a good thing to do.
Yes.
I think that kind of, without going into nitty-gritty details and all, like I'm sure there's little bits and pieces that we missed, that kind of covers...
Yeah, there's like role play stuff, session 0 stuff.
So the last 2 bits of playing the game in opinions we shall mash together because it is impossible for us to not be opinionated because that's who we are. That art you have on your screen right now is really nice.
Isn't
the domain circle.
Yeah.
And you see, this is the kind of shit that I want you to have time to do for stuff to do with Gel, because it's so fucking pretty. I want banners and just like stuff to do with magic. And anyway, let's start with, before we get into the nitties and the gritties, overall opinions. Which I'm happy to go first, unless you want to say something first.
Mine's easy. I like it and I want to play it, and that's why I got you to have this talk with me when the book was released.
Yes. You've been keen. I am hesitant, but generally positive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very easy to be resistant to change. We are people are generally resistant to change, especially when you've been playing a system like we have for 6 years, which, it is a lot shorter than some people who have been playing D&D since, 30 years ago or whatever it is. But that doesn't mean, of course, that any change is bad change. I think that this is relatable enough with what we've done to be certainly something we can use. It'll just come down to trying it and seeing how enjoyable it is overall. Because a decent example, I was going to say, with the combat, I don't know how that's going to go. Because with our group especially, we have such a variance of people enjoying and not enjoying combat. And enjoying it for different reasons. Joe loves the tactics of combat. He always takes away the RP completely. He just loves the intricate details of how to do something, action economy, stuff like that. Whereas Purdy's like, I don't care, I shoot the thing, let's move on. So when it comes to sort of everyone kind of throwing their opinions, especially from us, a group that interrupts each other almost consistently and constantly. Anyone who listens to the podcast nowadays probably doesn't hear it as much because I edit. Oh boy, do I edit. There's a reason it takes me a long time to edit, and that's because these fuckers won't stop talking over each other. But in fact, it comes to the point where there's 2 conversations happening at the same time, so I have to split them into 2 separate conversations. But of course, it means what I hope doesn't happen is that there's a bit of a steamroll when it comes to like Joe trying to do things, and Purdy just sort of takes the back seat and doesn't enjoy it even more than she did with D&D. You kind of get what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern I have, but I have faith in our friends that
yes,
we kind of notice that, and
yes,
eventually, maybe not immediately. It'll probably be a struggle at first, but use it as an opportunity.
Yes, I think everyone's got to have their own inclusive participation. Yeah, and I think this spreads across to the experiences as well. Again, I'm very hesitant with the experiences because it is very open-ended, which has massive positives. It means that you can kind of you're not restricted by these bounds of what can and cannot be done. Very commonly, they'll be like, oh, I want to look at this thing, and I'll go, there's kind of a nature, pick between nature and medicine, Whereas this, of course, it kind of alleviates that. You don't have a set of skills. You can just do whatever the hell you want. Use the traits, and then if you have experience in it, that's awesome. And you're more likely to pick things that you have experience in. I think it's going to take a lot of effort for you initially being the GM for when we do a little tester, I guess it would be, to make sure that everyone's experiences are a sort of even level of specificity. Because obviously, I put one down because I was just whacking it together. I put one down as research, which I would see as, looking into things, investigating things, looking up topics in history kind of stuff. It's quite general. But you wouldn't want is for someone else to be like, oh, I'm going to go for book research, which means they have almost the same thing, but just like a completely more specific version of something, so therefore they always feel a little less useful. It's going to be quite difficult to balance all of that.
I think it's also like a growing pains kind of thing, just kind of getting the feel on where things should sit. So even for research, I would say that's a little too narrow. I'd say call it think about where you researched. So maybe you work in like an arcane research facility. So I'd say arcane researcher, which could expand to a bunch of other.
Yeah, I just literally just cracked in whatever the fuck just to fill in the.
Yeah, I'm just using
spaces I was making this, but yeah, it's of course,
it's like it's more about where the skills come from rather than what the skill is you're thinking.
Yes, of. And I agree. I think the the negative side of that is it does require a little bit of active participation, because with D&D, because there are set skills, at any point you want to do something, the GM can be like, oh, yeah, we can apply that to this skill here.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this requires to be a bit more, to sort of be paying attention to your character sheet, thinking about your character and thinking, ooh, okay, so my character has these 5 experiences that it's certainly its thing, so I'm going to try and apply those to these situations. Something that I've always loved. I've always been an advocate of in D&D's rule set that it says you can make rolls using different skill bases. You know, you can do an intimidation based on strength, and this kind of promotes that sort of thing. You know, rather than being like, I want to do an intimidation, and you've been like, okay, roll the intimidation. I can say, well, I want to, you know, use my words to try and, you know, make them feel a lot more intimidated. Or I can say, I got big ass fucking muscles, I want to make them scared. And you'll be like, okay, you know.
Yeah, I was a bandit before this adventuring thing. I'm pretty threatening. Give me a bonus for that.
You know, I'm gonna lick my blade or whatever the hell it is. You know, like I think it allows for a lot more, but it just needs the active participation. And I worry that potentially people could get left behind. So I think it would be a bit of an effort to begin with for all of us to try and be aware. It might even be worth having a little note of what everyone else's experiences are.
Yeah.
Just so that we can keep an eye and be like, oh, you know, you could do this.
Yeah, I think the whole system is kind of built around that active participation.
Yes, which I think is very positive if we can get everyone to do that active participation.
Yeah. It needs the willingness.
Yeah, and that's the big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I think those are my main, like, holdups. I don't mind it. The sort of the hope and fear side of things, it's different, but I don't see that as a negative. The generalization of some things like health and damage, I guess you still roll the damage, but how it interacts, I think is better for speeding up combat. I think there is a certain amount of loss in it could feel a little less epic in certain situations, which I guess is why they still let you roll numbers, because if you just rolled like 1, 2, or 3, it's never going to feel powerful.
Yeah.
But I still get to roll my 2d6 plus 3, and then it just sort of averages out. I also noticed that gold is measured in handfuls and bags.
And chests, yeah.
And chests. So you don't have this kind of like exactly 30,000 gold. To be honest, I feel like that's something that we'd probably end up still having a monetary system, especially if we put it into gel, because I don't know. We'd have to see how that all comes down. I like the gold. I like gold pieces. I like the economy and capitalism side of things. To clarify, I fucking hate capitalism, but I do like the how it interacts with the world in D&D.
Yeah, I think that's more of a thought of like actually carrying this shit around.
Yeah.
If you walked into a shop and it's like, this is a really expensive thing, and you wheel in 2 chests of gold, in actuality that may be like 2,000 pieces of gold. But if you're wheeling in 2 fucking chests, it looks like you're paying a lot.
Yeah, so, exactly.
No.
But I think we've done that just because we know that a lot of money goes into a thing. I don't know. I was going to say, if we ever do a future campaign, I definitely have an idea for having, what do they tend to call them in Star Trek and stuff, like materializers? What are they called? The things that make you just sort of make anything, except we'd have it on a system based on like scrap.
Oh.
Like you need matter to make matter.
Yeah.
So instead of, you don't have gold, you don't buy things from people, but you do have scrap, which means if you shove a bunch of scrap in, the more you put in, the more powerful of a thing you can make, which would be quite interesting. But we're not doing a future campaign yet. Yet?
We literally just started this one.
Yeah, no. I feel like I'm one of the only ones that wants to do Space Cowboys. I love Space Cowboys.
I always like the idea, but then thinking about how complex that can get, I'm like, oh god, my brain.
Yeah, we just skin things. But what it comes down to with this and how it works for us is just doing it. To be honest, I am. When I was saying I am hesitant but positive, the positive certainly comes to more than happy to try it. It will take some time to get used to it, and there'll be a lot of like, I'm not quite sure how that works, readjusting minds. I think it would be almost impossible to do this system and D&D at the same time, because it would just, I'd never learn enough, and it would just get so confusing, and I wouldn't want to do that. I think, especially for a little campaign, and then at least an introduction to potentially switching, it's super useful. And I think one of the biggest things is, especially with the way we play in the podcast and the campaign, it's actually very rare that we sort of talk about the rules. The spells come up, and it obviously is a core integration into how everything is played. But like, if it switched over, it just wouldn't make much difference.
Yeah.
We are very RP focused, and that works well.
Indeed.
And the system does seem to be RP focused. I think it certainly is, I would say, almost an advanced system. I think it would be very difficult to use this as your first system. I don't think it'd be impossible, but I think it would be difficult to not have like any idea about TTRPGs and just be like, I'm going to use Daggerheart. At least without like knowledge of RPing and how to play these kinds of games. I think it would be very difficult to play this. Like when we first started playing and no one really pushes into the RP as much, it would be difficult to have that kind of anxiety of performing and then also be doing this kind of a system. Like I said, not impossible, but I think it would be more difficult. This certainly feels like something that people like us would switch to because it fits closer to what we want to do rather than picking it first. But that being said, the first thing we ever did was in 4E, so what the hell can we talk about?
Oh, God. What a mess.
It was a mistake. Yeah.
So is that doorknob.
Motherfucking doorknob is hilarious.
Daggerheart recommends that you embrace danger, use your resources, and tell the story, and discover your character as a player.
Yeah, Joe's going to struggle. He is one of the worst of all of us for Too Good To Use syndrome.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll just be like, I'm going to be the equivalent of a barbarian. My stress is always going to be 6 out of 7. And you can't stop me.
So true.
I think that rounds off nicely to sort of cover it all. That took about, I think it was about an hour, a little bit less. If you made it this far, thank you very much for listening. Hopefully you're excited for some Daggerheart. If not, I don't know. Well, if I haven't posted this directly after then, I don't know what's happening in the campaign right now. So hopefully it's not too dramatic. I wonder if at this point they'll have got to that really dangerous bit that kills them all. But who knows?
I thought that's every bit.
There's every bit. Not every bit. Shopping episodes.
True.
Depending on where you shop.
What is that?
Alright. Peace.
So I've already established like what the start for all your characters are. Just somebody customer facing, living in the city, powerless. And I know at least Alex and Liz have thought about the character side of things, and I know Purdy has a vibe. So how about we go through what you guys have established already, so maybe Joe and Mark can gain an idea of how they kind of want to fit in.
So we're not hiding characters for the beginning of the campaign. We're just gonna.
No.
Yeah, fair enough.
No. Like, keep any secrets you want to, but like who your character is, what they do,
fine.
Class stuff.
Who first?
Alex, you go first.
So, do you know what? Let's start with an image because that's just the easiest way, isn't it? So this is Dr. Fluffles. Dr. Fluffles is a teddy bear that was made sentient by a wish from a very rich child a long time ago, about 30 years ago. But the child grew up and Dr. Fluffles was kind of just left in the dust, so kind of just got a job and now just works in the town as a little clockmaker. He works on stopwatches and pocket watches and stuff like that. The class is Juggernaut, which is playtest, but it's basically punch everything. Is as easy to explain.
That's the subclass.
Oh, the subclass is Juggernaut. Sorry, he's a brawler Juggernaut.
Yes.
So he punches things.
Big punch.
So it's like if a monk and a fighter had a baby, or a monk and a barbarian had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much you want me to go into the specifics. Oh, he's also highborn. So even though he's a teddy bear, he's got a golden brand on his butt cheek.
Yeah.
Because he was made by like someone very rich and high up, and it means he has influence, which is hilarious.
I love it.
Liz, you want to talk about your character idea?
Sure. So one, I love the sentient teddy bear. That's which is incredible.
Dr.
10 out of
Fluffles.
10. Dr. Fuffles. Put respect on the name. He's highborn.
Just so everyone's aware, Doctor is his first name.
So it's not a
his
title. Okay.
It's not a title,
Good
it's
to
his
know.
name.
Good to know. So my character they work at the highly esteemed franchise location Fisher Kings, and I haven't decided if they're more of like the SpongeBob or if they're more of like a Squidward. Like, do they work the front desk? Are they the fry cook? I haven't figured that out. But my idea is like my character is obsessed with the Fisher King Beanie Babies and collecting them, similar to like Pokemon cards here in our world, where there's like people that are absolutely obsessed with them, and there's like Road and I had a whole conversation at the bar about this. So there's like the base collection, but then there's like the special edition ones that like she is trying to collect all of them. And it's sort of this like urban myth that if you collect all the Fisher King Beanie Babies, like you become the Fisher King. And so she's super obsessed with it and is deep in the fandom and like absolutely tracks like like how much they're going for and trades and sales, and is like 1,000,000,000% that person that will like you know, the Pokemon card collectors that like sit outside of the fucking Target stores or wherever you guys have and like wait for the store employees to restock it. Like that's her. But she has gone a step further to actually work at Fisher King's and is trying to like rise in the ranks, and like all of her money that she makes basically goes right back to Fisher King's because she just buys it. And that's my whole character. I don't know what race she is. I don't know what class she is yet. Rowan told me that it doesn't quite matter like in the beginning. It kind of matters later. So that's my whole character. Her whole motivation is most likely just trying to track down people who have Fisher King Beanie Babies that she doesn't have.
Did we call them Beanie Babies? I feel like that's a copyright.
We need to come up with a different name. I don't remember.
Fisher
what
Babies.
Yeah.
Fisher Baby.
Fisher Spawn.
I thought they were just called Row.
Fisher Spawn.
Beanie Tadpoles.
Yes. All right, and the last one who's had thoughts about their character, Ferdy, tell us your vibe.
So my vibe. Well, I do have a somewhat character.
Mm-hmm.
She is like a chavvy fairy.
Okay, so enough about you.
And you guys are gonna hate me, but I have a video for the vibe.
Oh,
which
don't.
I've already sent
Oh,
to
you
Rose.
sent it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you explained what a chav is? For
I think this is what this
Liz
is.
and Rowan's sake.
A
You
chav,
literally
or a
only
roadman,
see-
or a yob.
Or a shav, as I've heard
Wait, a
from
what?
American.
I thought you said chubby.
Chav.
Chav?
Chabby.
Chav.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's a very distinct. It's like the degenerates of like the real world. It's like
So you know how you might describe someone as emo or a prep or a skater? It's a similar sort of thing to that, except it's for someone who dresses a lot in like tracksuits. Generally is thought of as being rude and antisocial.
Rude and stupid.
Yeah, stupid.
Destructive.
They would use lots of slang. It came from a bit of a classist place, as does a lot of stuff in the UK, and then evolved to a broader sense.
Oh yeah, obviously.
It's actually not used all that much anymore.
I don't know where the word chav comes from, actually.
I couldn't tell you. Oh, sorry. Google describes it as a young person of a type characterized by coarse and brash behavior with connotations of low social status.
Yeah, that's about
Dang.
right. The word chav likely originates from the Romani word chavi, meaning child or boy.
Oh, you missed out the feature that girls who would recognize as chavs tend to be way too fake tanned.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Bleach blonde hair.
So
Like a
Absolutely
17-second thing.
So, Liv, this might not make a lot of sense, but this would be a joke about a chav. Is what do you call a chav in a bin? In it.
It's fine. It'll give the vibe to everybody then.
Well, that's American. That's not a chav.
Yeah, I know, but like that was literally the vibe. I'm doing chav style, but with that attitude.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Are you, Liz? Did you ever watch much to Who?
Did I ever watch Doctor Who? Yes.
Oh yeah, have you watched Doctor Who? Billy Piper.
So you know Catherine Tate.
Oh no, well Billy
Yes.
Piper was chavvy as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So Billy Piper
Yeah.
when she started was quite chavvy, and Catherine Tate.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch much of her stuff outside of Doctor Who?
Not much outside
Okay.
of Doctor Who then.
So she had a sketch show, and one of her favorite like most famous characters was a chav.
Yeah, I'll see if I can
I'm not
get it.
bothered.
Look at my face. Am I bothered? Do I look bothered? I ain't bothered.
My bubba.
Rowan, I had also had thoughts on character.
Oh,
If
yeah,
that's-
sure.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
I
it was
remember the
something we
idea.
discussed was
Okay, I didn't know if you
originally-
were hanging on to that one.
Chuck, before Joe says that, had Purdy finished?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Joe. Carry on.
That's all right. It was a good catch on me interrupting. Yeah, so the original idea was to be a centaur who worked with kids, but was a bit jaded by it all, doing like pony rides and stuff.
He works at a leisure centre.
Oh, that would have been really good. But I
Do you know
think
what?
it evolved
I think
from something
that's the
Rowan
first
said.
actual joke that's ever been made on this.
Yeah.
I
Congratulations.
think it evolved from something that Rowan said of Liz. You had the idea for me to essentially be the Squidward to your SpongeBob.
It's open for if anyone is interested.
I'm happy to do that. I can be a miserable idiot.
Well, you can choose which one you want to be. I'm down for either.
No, it works for me. It's just whether or not you want me to also work at Fisher King's with you, or to just be like someone that you see on the lot every day.
I think it would be cool if we were coworkers.
Awesome.
But whether you're as obsessed with Fisher babies or if you're more like low key, that you can decide that.
Do you have a job within like the restaurant?
Yeah, so she's either like a fry cook or she's like the one that takes the order or like cleans the ice cream machine. Like she's literally doing this job just to buy more Fisher babies.
As an homage to the inspiration, then, do you want to do fry cook and I'll do cashier?
Sure.
Oh, I forgot to say, I also work at Fisher King.
Oh,
Wait,
nice.
did you say you work at Fisher King?
Yeah, I do the drive-through.
I feel like I have to work at Fisher King.
Let's do it.
Can we all just be Fisher King employees?
I have a few
You
thoughts.
can if you want.
branch
That'd be
manager or
hilarious.
something, like,
I'm
'cause
not too
you're
titled
the,
to be a watchmaker. That could be
yeah.
a hobby.
like or like the regional manager because you're
Yeah.
like hoity-toity or like.
Well, I'm like
all
30.
that.
He's 30 years old. He's not.
Yeah,
He's
still.
not hoity-toity. He's not very intelligent. I'll tell you that. I tell you
So,
what.
okay. So regional manager then, yeah.
But doesn't he have a fancy background?
Yeah. Oh, he has a fancy background, but that's because he was made by highborns as a toy and then made sentient. He's a stuffed toy. He doesn't even have a brain.
So regional manager.
Too sentient, too stupid.
I feel like because I was going for like dexterous or like good with hands. I feel like either janitor or just like maintenance.
You don't want to
worker.
be the fry cook, like a fucking hibachi person.
I don't think it fits his vibe. As cool as that is as a
Fisher
character,
Kings.
He'd be very
I
cool.
feel like
He could be a ratatouille.
obviously Fisher Kings has a magic.
He could be a ratatouille, so he's
Fish
on
fish
top of
banshee.
the fry cook's head inside his hat and pulls on the hair.
No, I think he's the janitor. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm pretty sure Dr. Fluffles is the janitor.
We got
Like-
drive-through janitor,
I'll be
and
fry
Liz, you
cook.
said you either want to be like
Oh.
the cashier or fry cook.
Well, I'll
Okay.
tell you what. Why don't we? I was going to say, why don't we do? Because so as we're not kind of doubling up on stuff. Purdy, do you want to do
Mhm.
cashier, and that is both drive-through and because I'm
Yeah.
a centaur, I'm
Yeah,
the
the
delivery
door
person.
dasher.
Yes, because you'd have
I'm
like
down.
the
Oh
the
my
delivery stuff
You're the only
God.
one
on
that
your
actually
back.
is doing all the work.
Perfect.
You see what
I'm
you've
down.
started.
Do you know what? This is the best thing.
I have some ideas.
You realise now that the mini campaign has to be called something like the Fisher King.
Exactly.
So
whatever idea you had.
Liz is trying to manifest the Fisher King's one shot. Yeah.
So I had an idea for a character which actually fits in really well.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about, so I wanted to have somebody a bit like myself. So they are elderly and fat, and
regional manager.
Regional manager. No, elderly and fat. And what I had in mind was somebody who used to work for. This is not actually what I was. Somebody who used to work for HMRC as a tax collector. So he was very, very keen on getting money out of people no matter the circumstances. And he got kicked out of the job for being too. He's getting old anyway. He was too keen to take money off widows and children and orphans.
Oh my god!
And so he took the only job. So he took the only job he could get, which is as security guard at Fisher King. Well, it's as it now is as a Fisher King. So he's security guard, an elderly fat security guard. He's the one who waddles in and says, "Here, you. What do you think you're doing?"
You've got
Oh my
security.
god, you can see like the Fisher baby shipments.
You say they have security.
We had talked about it. They're transported in heavily secure trucks, like the ones that come and collect money from businesses.
I was going to say the security in England past 11 o'clock inside some cities, especially student cities.
God.
McDonald's has bodyguards, has security outside.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had it in the town I grew up in.
So it's not too much of a surprise.
In the name, fairly useless. I mean, I'm not thinking about one of the young fit bouncers outside
No.
I'm thinking
We
one
could afford to employ the old guy at our one.
Exactly. So the one that goes, all right, I suppose it's all right.
I've worked out Dr. Fluffles is not the janitor.
Okay.
Dr. Fluffles is perfectly placed to be a mascot because he basically looks like one anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He stands out the front. He stands out the front with his sign.
Does he should wear like the old timey like sailor outfit or like the range jacket with the hat or something?
Yes.
The problem is
you're all wearing old time.
The issue is that his hat and his clothes are a part of him because he's a teddy bear. He doesn't wear clothes. That's just him. So he's got a hat on top of a hat, I guess. He's just got like a sailor hat.
You probably have to wear like a big fish hat thing, like a mascot suit on top of your mascot body.
Yeah, no, I'm a fish, and they take it off, and I'm just a teddy bear.
Yes.
Can I
Okay, yeah, I'm good with that.
We've ended up with a security guard working at a fast food restaurant with a animated bear as its kind of main feature.
In a fish costume.
He doesn't work there for 5 nights and then something horrible happens, does he?
Holy shit!
5 nights at Fisher's.
Five nights.
So
at
we've got the horror one shot, which is 5 nights at Fisher's. We've got the Fisher King, which is a one shot at some point. We've got Fishy Business, which is going to be some kind of LA Noire style cop show.
I want you to know, Liz, you have manifested the Fisher King one shot. That is also the one shot I was going to.
All you have to do is introduce a silly idea and move it in.
It has so much potential.
I knew once you told them about it, you were going to be better at it than I was, and they'd all be in.
So good.
You guys have changed where it was going to go, and now it's going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
can't wait to find out.
Session 0 already a success.
Or what the Fisher King
Absolutely.
is.
Oh yeah.
I figured out my ancestry is going to be a fungrel. Little mushroom guy. Because they have an ability called death connection. While touching a corpse that died recently, you can mark a stress to extract one memory from the corpse related to a specific emotion or sensation of your choice. So I can touch them to figure out where I can figure out where they have
Liz,
their
you're
collection.
crazy.
Their Fisher Lady collection. Yes.
You can kill them and ask questions later.
It's trying to be the Fisher King.
Amazing. Are you going to look like a fungal, or are you going to look just like a person?
Yes, they will be some kind of spore something.
Some kind of spore something.
Rowan, I've made Dr. Fluffles from the town of Edgewood
Sure.
because he's gone from Edgewood to Cornerstone.
Might I recommend not choosing a town called Edgewood as your starting point? Is what I have chosen as my character's name.
I think that makes it better.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
thought
say
you
you
were
could be named
saying-
after a town.
I thought you
Sure,
were
yeah.
saying you shouldn't call it Edgewood because it sounds like you're
That's
edging
beautiful.
some wood.
No, but mine is
Edgewood.
like Edward.
Well, I went with Edgewood because Cornerstone, Edgewood.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I can change it if you want. That's funny. Well, you got stone, you've got wood, you can have
Bottom swamp.
bottom swamp. I was going to go with like side sand, bottom, or like
Bottom
thatch,
sand.
thatched, hay, or I mean, that's bottom sand does just sound like Bikini Bottom though.
Yeah.
It's alright. It doesn't need changing. I just thought it was funny.
No, I'll change it just for the sake of confusion. That's funny. We just got similar minds. That's all. Okay, I will go with Rimrock.
No. Don't rim the rock.
I am now at experiences. Are we keeping all of these blank for now, Rowan, or just the choose your experience or background questions?
Everybody's there right now? Or
I am.
Mhm.
You know, I'm past that.
cool. So let's start with Liz.
Okay.
Your experiences are kind of like skills, specialized based on your history. They can change over time, so they're not one and done.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point in your character's life, being a Fisher King fry cook, what kind of stuff would you say they particularly excel at?
So just to back up there, they are a Fisher baby collector. Okay, Fisher King is
Okay,
just
sure.
a means.
Sure.
Let's just get
I'm so
that
sorry.
straight.
I'm so sorry.
Collector / like appraiser, like someone who is very good at like knowing the value of it, but they really only know about Fisher baby. So
I like appraisal.
okay.
Yeah, I think that could work in other situations, even stuff you're not thinking of right now. I feel like appraisal is a good
Okay.
way to connect that. Then a second thing.
I'm just reading through like the paragraph here.
Sure. If anyone else has any ideas that you think could work for Liz's character that we've spoken about, hop in.
Hiding things. You've got to keep them Fisher babies safe.
Mm-hmm.
So like an under the table kind of.
Yeah, you could get black market dealings.
He definitely does black. Like she is very invested in the fandom and like whatever the Taris equivalent of like the black market and like Reddit threads. Like she's on it.
Yeah, like they definitely she definitely knows how to talk her way through to those more sketchy places, I think.
Well, if she's
Maybe, like-
working,
Yeah, maybe a negotiation, or that's not really an experience, but like
No, that can count.
okay. I actually have posted on Reddit before.
Congratulations.
That's a good thing.
Listen to the Pashi I made. Okay. All right. So I have for my first experience is collector / appraisal, and then my other one I put negotiation / trade.
All right.
Did you want to re-talk through mine, Rowan?
Sure, yeah, explain yours just to...
Because the ones we decided earlier were tracking and perception, which compared to Liz, what Liz has just put down is a bit more general, and I don't want it to be unfair.
I don't think it will be, because even if they're more general, we know where those come from.
I feel like tracking is probably fine, but perception is quite general if you wanted me to switch that one up. I also don't know how perception really plays into the history that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because that was more of a clockwork thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, like where was the like what did that come from with your character?
So
Or what were
tracking
you
perception.
thinking?
Well, tracking and perception was going to be because we're working on clocks. Tracking, I don't remember what became one, but it works now because he went searching around. So he's done a lot of tracking stuff. I mean, he's done 30 years with random jobs. I'd say he's probably been working as the mascot for like a good 5. So I don't know what skills a mascot.
He has like an eye for detail.
I think that's where the perception thing was coming from.
Mm-hmm. Or just being more specific, I guess.
It could be more like insighty, like people watching. I mean, he's seen people come past. He's got to influence them to come inside the store.
Mm-hmm.
That feels like more of a presence-y thing.
Yeah, or like charisma based rather than perception. Or maybe you're with the perception, like you're really good at like singling out people that you know will like fall for you. Like you're the people that are like, hey, do you want to talk about the turtles? Like, you know just how to get like the right person.
That's
About the turtles.
That's very insighty.
Yeah,
isn't it?
like
That's
the
very
insight. Like
Yeah.
you can like read a person really well or something like that.
So what are you thinking for that?
I mean, my main thing is strength still.
So you're like a buff teddy bear.
He's not buff, but he is strong. He's
got
only
stuffing.
2.5 feet tall. He's got stuffing.
Jesus.
While you're deciding on that, Purdy, can you remind us what your experiences are?
So I've got hustling and focused hearing. Like, yeah, she kind of hustles, obviously, but like she's one of
In
those.
the pursuit of money, anything is possible.
Yeah, she's always just trying to get money to better herself, get out of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a feeling like she was a bit shady. That's why we had the focused hearing.
Oh, you know what? The focused hearing, what we were like being able to pick out a specific conversation out of the crowd, stuff like picking up on what you need to pick up on.
I have a couple choices which may spring people into other ideas of either silver tongue or eloquence.
Silver tongue / eloquence.
Silver tongue was the idea of just like, it's kind of persuasion, but it's more in that kind of vein.
Yeah, sure.
I'll just call it silver tongue. I know it's silver tongued, but silver tongued just sounds weird. I don't like that.
All right, Mark, what's your guy good at?
What is he good at? Well,
Is he very threatening?
yes. So his job as, he was in his heyday. So his job was to go out, find people who had avoided paying their taxes, and convince them, by whatever means necessary, to pay their taxes. So he'd be very good at recognizing when someone's lying, looking for their weak spot, as it were, to sort of get them to pay the tax.
Can I recommend the experience bullying?
Bullying is, yeah.
Bully.
Because I feel like that is has multiple applications.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
At 100%.
It's like intimidation, but a bit more.
Yeah.
A bit less eloquent.
Yeah, bullying. I like bullying. That's good. Apart from that, what is he good at? Well, he'd have been good at maths, I suppose. Maths? Yeah, maths, because he could work out just like that how much you owe.
Quick thinker.
Yeah, quick thinking sounds like a solid one.
Quick thinker.
All right. And Joe, I believe you're the last one that we need to set up experiences for.
Yes.
Yes. What's your thinking, Joe? What are they good at as a centaur delivery person?
I'm not super sure, to be honest. I've decided a bit more about the kind of the backstory and stuff. So I'm calling him Edgewood because he's a little stupid edgelord.
Sure.
Edgewood, clearly, it is his chosen name rather than a given name.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, he's an orphan.
Mm-hmm.
His whole family was killed. He doesn't really remember very much, but his like barn burnt down. Barn conversion.
His
Obviously,
stable.
they were quite well off. Yeah.
Sure.
He doesn't sound very stable.
So in the character creation, it says about having a whispering orb as one of the starting objects. I would like for that, instead of an orb, to be a rare vintage Fisher baby.
Oh.
Thus my connection to some of the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had, as a child, obviously a collection, the family collection, but it was all stolen, and this was the only one that remains, and now it whispers things to me.
Hey Joe, can you just write down for me that you have a Series 0 Fisher baby?
I can write it down somewhere.
Cool.
I want to see the spreadsheet, Rowan. Show me the spreadsheet.
So he's kind of looking for revenge, classic edgelord rubbish stuff. But he's just kind of a little emo guy.
Emo centaur is crazy, and I love it. Would you like to make one of your experiences edgelord?
Sure. So edgelord is one experience. And then another one, I feel like it should be something to do with like a skill he has gained or something in his pursuit for revenge.
Surely the other thing he'd have is to do with traversal if he's delivering stuff all day long.
Yeah,
He'd
that's
be
what I
good at
was
navigating
thinking.
the street. Navigation, maybe,
Uh,
be able to navigate the streets.
Could I have
Mapping?
finding my way as a critical
Yeah.
role tribute as well?
You can go the distance.
with
Absolutely.
delivering.
Absolutely.
Finding my way
You'll be there someday.
like Hercules.
Right. And I believe that's everybody with their experiences, right?
How tall are all of these people, by the way?
How tall are fairies in the game?
The average height of a fairy ranges from about 2 to 5 feet, but some fairies grow up to 7 feet tall.
You were 2 foot tall. You and me can be 2.5 foot tall together.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm gonna be 2 3/4.
Ooh.
She's a little bit taller. I don't know why, but I'm really imagining Kaylin and Dr. Fluffles just being really good friends.
Yes.
Mark, how tall is your jerk?
Taxman.
Yeah.
Archibald Porridge. Mr. Porridge to you.
Archibald Porridge.
Archibald Porridge, known as the Taxman.
Yeah.
How tall is Archibald? 5 feet, 6.5 inches. Half is very important.
Oh, is it?
Would Mr. Porridge, or does he have a title?
Mister.
Would Mr. Porridge be aware of the sigil that's on Dr. Fluffles' butt of the Sporebark family, which is from a town which is not like particularly close, but Lady Persephone Sporebark would be.
You going around showing your ass?
No, but it's just there. It's a shining golden sigil on his butt cheek.
True.
It's kind of hard to miss.
I mean, he would have been involved in taxing people, and he'd be looking for tax avoiders who would almost certainly be the rich.
Maybe that's why they went missing, but Fluffles doesn't know.
Yeah, they saw the tax, but they went to get themselves a nice fish burger, and then saw the tax man.
Well, no, they went. They left their little town, whatever it's like 25 years ago, 30 years ago.
Left or were arrested.
Well, exactly. But this may be where Dr. Fluffles could never find him.
Hey, Liz, what does your what does your fun girl look like?
She's probably around 5-ish feet. She can't be so short that she can't cook, without, challenging, without all that.
I think 5 foot's way too small to cook.
Hey, fuck off.
So I think she's about 5 feet, and I think her color scheme is like purple, pinks, purples, yeah, all that. And she's got a big mushroom cap and lots of like spores on her and whatnot.
She's dusty, covered in dusty spores.
Not in dusty spores, no, because she did she was hired to be a cook. She's very clean. But yeah, I know.
They add a unique flavor to every meal.
Yeah, maybe. I'll think about that.
Maybe you're a truffle type fun girl, and they get extra special truffle burgers.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Like truffle.
And how large is Centaur? Centaur Edgeward.
He is 5'10" and tells everyone that he's 6 foot.
Of course.
That seems incredibly short for a centaur, and I love that. I hate everybody here for what they have made.
She has really strong opinions about her makeup brands, and she definitely has like a points reward to the Taris version of Sephora or whatever.
Yes.
He doesn't mess about her contour, okay, and her brow product.
I don't like the fact that I can't put nails on my Hero Forge because she has the fucking stupidly long. Like, how the fuck do you wipe your ass nails?
Of course.
Do they curl at the end?
No, they're acrylics.
No.
I was going to say, Rowan, you were saying you hate us, but I think you must be impressed that, I mean, not necessarily unexpected, but you said just have normal people who just work in a shop in this world, and we've come out with the most insane bunch of workers at Fisher King's.
We have one normal worker, and it's Mark.
On brand for what you would see at like a McDonald's in like New York City. So I feel like it's
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's do
perfect.
connections. For connections, we're going to each have 3 questions. For them, you're going to select one other person. You can't have the same person for multiple questions. but we'll take turns going through them. So, Alex, pick one of your questions and who you want to answer it.
So to clarify, the first one says, what is one thing we're both afraid of? The both you were just saying is me and someone else in the party?
Yeah, you choose who you're asking that question to.
Well, I did just say that I've already forgotten her name. Kaylin? Kaylin and Doctor are good friends. So what's the thing that they're both afraid of? I mean, Dr. Fluffles is afraid of abandonment.
Bad makeup.
So Dr. Fluffles is afraid of abandonment, and Kaylin is afraid of abandonment.
And I'm afraid of bad puns.
I don't really know what she'd actually be afraid of. Probably abandonment too.
Yeah, like she's put on the phone. They're close friends.
Her nail tech leaving the city.
Yeah, her nail breaking.
Okay.
Work. You know what? She's afraid of work. She hates work.
Do I put?
Why is she afraid of abandonment? Because she grew up in the foster system.
I mean, that makes sense. What is it? Kaylynne or something like that.
Kaelyne.
That was close. Okay, Kaylin, abandonment. There you go.
All right, Mark, your turn. Pick one of the questions and ask somebody.
Let's see. I once did something very foolish and you've never let me live it down. What was it? Joe.
Edgewood.
Edgewood, that's right. I once did something very foolish and you have never let me live it down. What was it?
Now, Rowan, am I answering this in character, or does it actually need to be like something objectively foolish?
Good question.
We're too used to rules. Give us rules.
You know what? Answer it however you want.
Okay. In that case, a foolish thing that you did, Mark, that I have never let you live down, was I would imagine you would have your own ulterior reasons for wanting to hide out here. But anytime there is an opportunity to work late, you have often taken it.
I always work late when I can.
I was imagining, by the way, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell me if I'm wrong. It feels as though, because you set this up, you're indeed the person who's in charge. Would you be like the store manager, but it never came with a raise? You're like technically in charge of everything. Or do we not have a store manager? You're gonna have to make one of those, Rowan, if we don't.
Yeah, I might need to make an NPC because I think she is a very much like clock in, clock out. Like she doesn't really care about the Fisher King like company as much. It's like,
that's exactly the person. That's exactly the person that would be given the managerial role.
I don't know.
We'll see. I'll decide on that later.
If not, then NPC is needed.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
but I would have thought the NPC manager of Fisher King, you have a door that says manager's office, please knock and enter, which is always locked, and you can never get touched.
It's a great to have a common enemy if we all hate our manager.
Yeah.
Of course we hate the manager.
Like that's the one thing that binds us.
Purdy, pick a connections question and pick someone to ask it.
Okay, Liz,
Yup.
who do you know from my past and how have they influenced your feelings about me?
I think I know your nail tech, like the girl who does your nails.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe it's like they like had a rare Fisher baby that I bought off of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was complaining about how I had no money. And they were like, oh, I have this friend like who works at Fisher King. Like maybe she can get you a job or something. And like that's how maybe you helped me get my job at Fisher
Yeah.
King.
Yep.
I've already forgotten what Kaylin's role at Fisher King's is.
Drive-through / tills.
Drive-through, that's what it is. Yeah.
You're cashier, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Liz, your turn. Pick a question. Pick someone to ask.
Is there anyone we haven't done a connection with? We
We
all
don't
done a
think so.
connection? All right, then I'll start at the top again. I'll do Alex.
No.
What do I do that annoys you?
Oh, it's gonna have to be something really annoying because Dr. Fluffles is a fairly he doesn't get annoyed that much.
I never shut up about. Yeah, I never shut up about Fisher babies.
I mean, yeah, I know exactly what it is. Then you always talk about stuffed toys, and like, though I'm kind of over it, the fact that I am a stuffed toy, it kind of just
Yes.
like it hits a nerve a little bit that like you're obsessed with these stuffed toys, and I used to have like a young girl that was obsessed with me as a stuffed toy, and it hurts, you know.
Yeah.
There's probably should be some like sensitivity, like understanding there when
Oh,
she's
definitely.
talking to you, and it's not. She has
Well,
no.
But there should be sensitivity training. But firstly, we can't get a hold of the manager. But secondly, that's not like a category that comes up ever.
No.
So your coworker is a stuffed toy.
Yes. Like, I hate when they take them out of their original packaging. It totally ruins the value.
Yeah,
I'm-
he just takes that as
straight face.
he's like, oh, I have no value.
I'm imagining the analog horror VHS tapes that pop up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh god! All right,
Just a quick
Joe.
side note about Kaylin's nails. She always makes sure to get a little bear, like Diamante on it.
Oh.
Amazing.
All right, Joe. Pick a connection question and someone ask.
Liz,
Yes.
why do you trust me so deeply? I already know the answer.
Because this is a good question for your character. Do you tell people that you have a rare Fisher baby, or is that a secret?
I would say that because it's a creepy whispering little doll, he has it on him at all times. Just maybe in like an inside pocket or in his satchel or something.
That's horrifying.
But yes, you would know that he has.
Okay. Then yeah, it would absolutely be that you have a rare limited edition Fisher baby that she does not have. That.
Series 0.
But why would that? Wait, what was the question? Why do we trust each other?
Why do you trust me so deeply? I'm establishing you for this to head off you stealingly creepy doll.
Yes.
Because you know he'll take care of it.
But I'm trying to think, why would I trust you? I guess I trust you because you take very good care of it. So in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, I will totally steal that at some point or find a way to get you to trade it to me. But I know that at least for now, it's in good fucking hands.
Cool.
And or hooves.
Or hooves. Yeah. Also, my character's name is Coco.
Coco.
Just COCO.
COCO.
What was yours, Joe?
Edgewood, like Edward,
Of course.
with Edge.
What's yours, Alex?
Dr. Fluffles, but not DR. The full name is Doctor. He's very specific about you. It's Doctor, not an abbreviation.
Mm-hmm.
What would you call your role? Delivery, delivery.
I've just put delivery.
Sure.
Well, it's corporate, isn't it? So it'd be something ridiculous like product delivery specialist.
I will put that in.
Yeah.
Liz, what's your role in the Fisher?
I'm the fry cook.
But then what's that in corporate bullshit?
Mark,
Who?
remind me what your character's name is?
The taxman, but his actual name is Archibald Porridge.
Yeah, Liz's corporate thing is food tech specialist.
Ooh.
Okay. Security. What would security be?
It would be
You'd be
patron safety and emergency response specialist.
Emergency response specialist,
it's
yes.
security. So patron security is what was it you said, Mark? Patron
Safety and emergency response specialist.
Okay, replace specialist with officer because they always do.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Patient safety and emergency response
officer.
Site safety officer.
Oh yeah, site safety. It's always
site safety.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
instead of emergency response, yes, surely it's site safety officer.
Oh my gosh, Rowan, you need to make an NPC that's the food inspector.
Yes.
That's the whole one shot.
Liz, who do you think our BB is?
Yes.
It's the health inspector.
It's a health and
Wait,
safety
okay.
guy.
So because
Oh.
we now have them, what's the cashier in Corpo?
Customer service assistant.
Are you a customer? I mean, yeah,
Yeah, that is literally my role at work, so yes.
Okay. Sure. Customer service assistant, and then what do you call the mascot, but in Corpo Bowl?
Corporate representative and public engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love it if he constantly tells us that like that's his title.
Yeah.
Customer engagement.
Make it super long.
Public engagement, what?
Customer engagement.
Customer
Personnel,
engagement.
but you
officer?
could have it as officer. You could have specialist. You could have.
Oh, specialist, because they always try
No,
to hype it up, don't
specialist
they?
officer.
Yes.
Just to extend it, specialist officer.
Okay, so it's corporate representative and customer engagement specialist officer.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Agent also gets used a lot.
I think I like
I
officer.
didn't write down what mine was.
Well, yours
it
is product delivery specialist, but now it's feeling a little bit short. But that's fine.
I forgot what mine was now.
Your patron safety and site safety officer.
Hang on. Do we all have two? Is it all something and something else?
Customer. No, I'm customer service assistant.
Well, only me and my dad have 2 right now. But now food tech specialist feels like it needs to be expanded out, doesn't it?
I feel like it should have something to do with king in the name.
Fisher Food Tech?
Fisher Tech specialist.
Fisher Food? Fisher Food Tech Specialist?
Yeah, Fisher Food Tech
They're
specialist.
like Fisher food and something specialist.
Fisher Food and Fry Tech specialist.
Fisher food and something handling. It needs the word handling in there, doesn't it?
Order satisfaction.
Product specialist.
Fisher Food Tech and Product Handling specialist.
Sure.
I'm not going to write these down because I will never remember.
I have improved mine.
Fisher King Meal Messenger Associate or something like that.
I've gone for product transportation and delivery operations agent.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
agent.
Like
We were
product
missing an agent.
transportation,
I
and
love that.
Delivery operations
Delivery.
agent.
operations agent. Which means the final one that needs some flaring up is customer service assistant. Purdy.
Customer service and front of house technical specialist.
So this is with orders though. Order. Oh god, there's a word I'm trying to get.
Customer service and
Order.
no, and order
And Fisher
satisfaction and order satisfaction specialist.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Not order satisfaction, because that implies that you're satisfying the order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm satisfying the order, not the fucking customer. My girl looked like she's satisfying the customer.
That's the word I was thinking of, like order, like realization, like
Real that's
Getting it
that
done.
feels a little too
yeah, but a word like that, like getting it done,
yeah. She goes around saying I'm the get her done specialist.
get her done.
Fulfillment?
Order fulfillment. That's the word.
fulfillment.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Got it. So we
God,
have
it
a customer
sucks.
service and order fulfillment specialist, the patron
No, I
safety and
want an
site safety
assistant on the
officer,
end of that.
specialist
not
assistant.
specialist.
Oh,
No,
assistant.
not specialist,
Okay.
just assistant. Because specialist makes it sound like she actually fucking does
Sure.
her job properly.
So customer service and order fulfillment assistant, patron safety and site safety officer, Fisher food tech and product handling specialist, product transportation and delivery operations agent, and corporate representative and customer engagement specialist officer.
I think it would be funny if one of us or one of the NPCs like had a totally normal title.
Manager,
They will.
Manager. Yeah.
regional manager. It's just regional
Yeah.
manager, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just regional manager.
Oh, that
It's
doesn't.
capital T the manager.
No, it's literally just Fisher management. Not
Yeah.
even regional management, just Fisher management.
Fisher management officer.
Fisher management.
FMO.
Okay.
Oh my god, the FMO's in.
We need to go back around to the connection questions. Back to the
That
top.
was a thing, right?
Alex.
Yeah.
Pick another one and somebody other than Purdy.
I've only done one of my questions so far.
Yep, everyone always.
I
Yeah,
think
so
we'll-
all of
we'll
us.
move on.
Oh, good. Excellent.
That's how long it took.
Right, so what questions I have? Okay, I've got one which is I still haven't forgiven you for something you said to me. What was it and why did you say it? Who am I going to ask that to? Because I feel like we kind of already have that with Coco, but that's more dramatic than that. So I'm going to say, because he's a bully, I'm going to go with Archibald Porridge. I still haven't forgiven you for something you said to me. What was it and why did you say it?
I still haven't forgiven you.
Probably something about me being a teddy.
I'm all over people not paying their taxes and their dues. And I said to you something along the lines of course, your family would only have bought you or made you as a tax write-off.
Oh,
Yeah.
tax write-off. Damn.
I've seen these 100 times. I say.
Scathing.
So, and why did you say that?
Because sort of trying to make you understand that rich people are always horrible. You think they're lovely, but now they only made you as a tax write-off.
Wonderful. Mark, pick another question and somebody new to ask.
Okay, let me see. Purdy,
Mm-hmm.
I confide in you about what my patron says and does. Why?
So that links really good with a question that I want to ask you in a bit.
Okay.
Can I just roll into my question, Ro?
Sure.
Because it will answer this question.
Yeah, both your connections connect.
Yeah. So what have I discovered about your past that I hold secret from others?
Oh, right.
And that is why you trust me.
So I can. Yes.
So Kaylin
In fact-
found it out through something like an accident, and
Yep.
now Archibald uses that because there's finally someone to talk about it.
Kaylin makes me think of like the drunk girl you meet in the bathroom at a bar where like you can tell your entire life story to her.
Oh yeah.
Well, is Kaylin a mean chav or a nice
I'll be
chav?
honest with you, Liz. If ever there's a drunk girl in any bathroom, I'm in the out. Things have gone really wrong for her.
So she comes across as really mean and bitchy, but she's fucking loyal to the T for her people. So like she would fight a bear for every single one of you, but not
Oi.
like a
Hey.
bear, a real life
Hey
Hey
bear.
now,
I
hey,
realised I was saying
hey,
that.
all right.
She will fight a real life bear.
I'm real life, okay?
He is real now.
God, the
She would
the
even fight.
microaggressions.
She
in
would
here.
even fight a fake bear to save all of you.
I'm a fake bear too.
Yeah, she would fight another one of you to save you.
There's only one of me.
She would literally fight a mimic in one of you just to save your life.
Coco would betray all of you for a rare Fisher baby.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We all know that.
No hesitation.
So what have I found out about your past that I keep secret from others? Is your Patreon.
Patron, yeah. Patreon.
Patreon.
Find out about your secret Patreon / OnlyFans.
I remind if you want to go to Patreon, it's $1 a month for extra content.
Oh god, no, it's not OnlyFans in this world, it's only fish.
Oh, only fins.
Oh, the whole world isn't built
Only
around
things.
Fisher King.
Yes.
To be honest, it feels like Fisher Kings has a hold on this world that you never expected.
It certainly does because of Liz. Liz manifested this.
As it should be. You've done this correctly.
This is the best, yeah.
I do imagine though, now we've got the Taris story, which is people doing like actual adventuring with actual threats, and then this crew who's just like their world is about Fisher King.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be.
You know what the best thing
So
is?
funny. It's so
One
good.
day these two can clash really well
Exactly.
because our other Taris lot come into this Fisher King that we're all at.
Exactly.
This one
I love
shot.
that.
This one shot was going to be about remaking the world in the image of like Daggerheart, the new system. Now it's about Fisher King. How FisherKing
Remaking the world
in the image of
Fisher King.
Fisher King. Yeah.
The Fisher King spelled Fissure.
Oh, hang on, how'd you spell it?
Very good, very good.
How'd you spell it?
Fischer.
That's how I've been spelling it.
Fischer.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Fischer.
Why not Fisher like fish that we fry?
Because I think we already canonically made it Fischer in Taris.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
wasn't
did.
Because we were like, that would be hilarious.
it after like the family who created it or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it.
And then they were like, "Oh, our name is Fisher. We'll sell fish."
Yeah, they probably started selling burgers and then realized that everyone thought they were coming in for fish.
Yeah.
So they flipped it.
I love that.
Purdy, you wrote down your second connection, right, with Mark?
Yes.
Okay. Liz, pick another connection question and somebody new to ask it.
Okay.
I feel it has to be Edgewood because you already did one with me.
Wait, what was that?
I was going to say your connection surely would be with Edgewood because you did one with me and those two both just did two with each other.
Okay.
It sounds
Well,
like
it-
you don't have to. I just,
It can be
Oh
with
my
whoever
God.
she hasn't asked.
Oh
them
my
to.
god. I'm sorry, Joe, but we need to have like not matching Gucci bags, but we've both got like Gucci bags that are so fake.
That's his delivery bag.
Yeah, but it's a fake Gucci bag that
Gucci.
yeah.
I love it.
Why is he so posed? Oh my god.
That's incredible.
That's hilarious.
Mark, I'm gonna ask you a question because I only have two other questions here. And one of them is, why do you grab my hand at night? Which is just kind of odd. And then the other one is too close to the one I already did with Joe. So what made you realize we were going to be such good friends?
I watched how careful you were with the money in the till and realised that you are a very careful and financially aware person.
It's Kaylee that's on the till.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I only.
I know you're the-
right.
I thought
Okay,
you were
so-
manager as well.
I was going
Oh,
to
no,
say...
we're not. We're having a separate
No, we're not
manager,
doing
aren't we?
I was going to say, surely you just appreciate that she puts money into the economy by buying so much Fisher King's brand.
It is simpler
She's
than
very
that.
diligent with the stock.
It was simpler
Like,
than
she makes sure no stock goes missing, so nobody can, like...
Yes.
that. No, it's simpler than that. It's when I got kicked out of being a taxman and I had nowhere to go, nowhere, nothing to do. You were the one who offered me the job, or got the manager to offer me the job at Fisher King, and I feel beholden to you, and I think that was brilliant, because otherwise I'd have been lost.
Paying it forward. I love it.
Exactly.
All right, Joe. One more connection question and someone new to ask it to.
Has anyone only been asked something once, or who is currently only on one?
I've only been asked once, but I've done 2.
I've been asked twice.
I've done 2. I think I've been asked one.
Okay,
Well,
in that case,
no, you've been asked twice, buddy, because one was me and one was my dad.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
As was the
because
Both Afraid
yeah,
of,
yeah.
the first one.
Okay, well, in that case, then, Mark, conversely to why you're such good friends with Liz, what did I do that makes you cautious around me? Aside from calling you fool earlier for something else.
Well, so I am supposed to be the security guard and therefore the one who can sort of order people around, but you are so much bigger and stronger than me. And on one occasion, you accidentally stepped backwards and stepped on my foot. I didn't even realise you'd done it. And despite me thumping you on the back, you just didn't feel it because I was nothing. And so since then, I'm always like, big, heavy, strong. I don't know. So I try and be more blustery around you, but I'm actually quite scared by you.
Cool.
Yeah, I do realise this means my connections are... Me and Kaylin both have abandonment issues.
Yeah.
Archibald Porridge called me a tax write-off, and Coco just constantly talks to me about topics that make me sad.
Damn. Do we want to go through the last connection question? Because it seemed like for most of you...
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
I want to do mine at least.
Seems
I
weird.
think-
Okay.
I mean, yes, but we try and go through it a bit faster.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex.
I rely on you for something important during our travels together. What is it, and how do you feel about it? I'm going to break that one down simply, because we don't have a lot of travels, but I'm going to say for Edge, what's your name? Edgebark.
Edgewood.
Edgewood.
There you are, Edgewood.
like Edward, but edgier.
You might have said that a couple of times.
I'm going to
Edgewood.
keep saying it until you remember his name.
The travels in this, I'm going to say, is you give me a lift to and from work, because I'm so small, it takes me such a long time.
Sure.
So I rely on you for something important during our travels together. What is it, and how do you feel about it?
Is this just an excuse so that you can ride me a lot?
I want to ride you. You wish to ride me? What's that from? Golden Compass?
Something like that. Yeah, that's fine.
What do you mean that's fine?
As
You have to answer the
yes,
question.
as in picking you up from work, taking you home, etc. Transportation.
Sure, but I rely on you for something during our travels together. What is it, and how do you feel about it? So that's just you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
and
rely
how
on
do
them
I
for the
feel about
traveling.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you rely on me for travel, and how do I feel about it? I feel... What's the edgy response? I feel...
I'm sworn to carry your burdens.
Sad.
Why do you rely on me so much?
Yeah, I feel a bit put out, but also, like, I have to do the right thing, i.e. you're very small and weak, and so I have to take you places.
Small and weak. That's not how I would describe Doc Fluffles, but okay.
Oh,
I was gonna say, well,
Small.
but that's what we know so far.
I was gonna say I probably
Yeah.
come across as quite weak, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hilariously strong.
Mark.
So my last question, let me see. This is to Dr. Fluffles. You once saw me tithe to my patron, and it's changed how you interact with me. What did you see, and how has it affected?
What's tithed mean?
As in connect to my patron, and
Yeah, it changes.
Uh,
Well, I guess the
a
question
tithe-
for you, Mark, is what do you do to tithe to your patron?
Yeah, a
Well, my
tithe is
patron-
usually like a tax or a sacrifice for people who don't know the word.
Tax.
So this-
I was going to say, are you just doing your taxes?
Well, yeah, it would be whenever I get my pay every week, I sort of offer the gathering of the money up as an act towards my god, who is a mammon. So I would spread the coins out and go.
So ask the
Yeah.
question again. What was the
So
question?
the question was: you saw me tied to my patron. It's changed how you interact with me. What did you see, and how has it affected you?
Okay, so I saw. I would have seen you in like one of the back rooms doing
It's all in the back.
doing like this ritual, and I think previously I thought of you as quite stoic and intelligent and all that, and now I'm just like, oh, you're a cultist.
Oh, you're an idiot.
not idiot necessarily. Like I know he's not dumb, but I'm just like, oh, he's got that kind of like conspiracy theorist vibe. Maybe he doesn't, but that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. And how does that change how you interact with me?
I think I just like avoid any like one-on-one time with you because I'm worried you're going to try and indoctrinate me into some kind of weird cult.
Cool. Purdy?
Oh, yeah. So this one is to Dr. Fluffles. What did I recently convince you to do that got us both into trouble?
Ooh. I mean, it's got to be obviously in Fish Kings.
Yeah.
I reckon like slagging off work early.
Yes.
Because like he would be very like proper, but you convinced him the one day and then it went wrong. So now he's just like even more on time.
Oh, hang on. How about we went out for drinks after work one night?
He came back drunk. No, it during work hours and came
Yes,
back to work drunk.
Went out for drinks on our lunch break and came back drunk.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Your last weird question, Liz?
So mine is, why do you grab my hand at night?
So odd.
I'll direct this one to Kaylin. I don't know if we want to like change it a little bit, but
Right. No, I know exactly why I grab your hands at night. So I check your manicure every night to make sure you haven't fucked it up on the grills and stuff.
I love that.
And I chastise you every time you do.
I love it.
Oh my god. Joe?
Perfect. You know what, Purdy? Way to make a really weird prompt into not a
Yeah.
weird prompt.
Yeah, thank you. That was great. You guys are doing incredible here.
My last one, Purdy, you've had a lot of these, but I'm going to go with you as well.
That's because she's the
I'm
best
gonna go-
character, obviously.
Why do we keep our shared past a secret?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the overlap? Oh my god.
Right.
That,
No.
That's
So
up
one
to
of my-
Purdy to decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, one of my hustles in the past was I would steal, like, because I've worked here for a very long time, I would steal Fisher babies, and your little duck thing that you've got, it's not, I don't know if it's duck, your Fisher baby for your thing, I actually stole you.
My Series 0 limited edition Fisher Baby.
Yeah, I actually stole you from a corporate Fisher King
I
event.
see. That is a thing I've got from earlier. I have it from my backstory.
It's part of the backstory.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yes. I could have been your like for lack of a better word, your like drug mule-esque figure of like helping you smuggle them out.
Yes, you were my runner for Fisher babies.
This world has a very odd interaction with these.
It really does. I love it. All right.
Did any of us expected this to be where this went? No. Are we all so happy with it?
only-
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure
Only
I'm
Liz
pretty
did.
sure one of us. Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I do, Rowan, we do need to talk through how the Fisher babies are provided, because it can't just be a bucket where people can grab it. It's definitely like a secure, like once the purchase is made, one is dispensed,
Yeah.
and then like you can't tell exactly what it is until you like do,
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to think
They-
through it.
Oh,
They're
every
dispensed.
meal
in-
you get a special Fisher token that you put in our little gumball machine thing. and that's how you get them.
Ooh, yeah, maybe that-
A gachapon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like the
I'll-
Pokemon ATMs,
Yeah.
but for Fisher
Um,
baby.
But it has to be a special Fisher token. It can't be like a
Mhm.
random gold coin. It has to be a Fisher token.
Okay. Is everybody in Hero or Tailspire?
Tailspire.
Yes.
Yes.
You should all have control over the ones that are most closely related to your character.
I love
can't
how
tell which one's
closely
which.
related to my character you got.
A fairy.
You got really closely associated to mine.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the scaling of this to keep the centaur on one base.
It's quite funny.
Yeah. You were a 10 by 10, but I scaled you down because you said you were only 5'10". So-
Yeah, I'm 2.5 foot. Surely I should be a size smaller than where you've got me.
Yeah,
Do
because
you
like
really want to be that small on here?
I'm tiny. I'm just a tiny little guy.
Okay.
Yeah, look at me.
All right. We don't have a whole lot of time left, so I'm going to get started.
Go.
Go for it.
So don't worry about like role playing the character for this. This is purely for the battle test.
Okay.
You can be in character if you want, but you don't have to.
oh, I am being in character.
You awaken, standing in a shallow pool of water. Around you are 4 others. And deep inside of you, you know that you have to ascend to the hill in the distance, which is across the river, over that short little plain area.
Oh, it's the
And
Minecraft seed we can see over here.
Oh,
yes, you guys have to get over on this side. I don't know if you can see where I'm pinging there.
Yeah, over here.
I can see the ping.
Yes.
Are we currently in a battle thing, or is this more of a?
Well, it depends on what you choose to do next.
No, but what I meant is, are we immediately in battle, or just?
You're not immediately in battle now.
I think we should head towards that hill over there.
Yeah, you see a rough river in front of you that you have to cross. The river is flowing pretty hard, so if your footing is not careful, you can easily topple over.
Well, I mean,
I
I'm
don't want to break a
tiny.
nail.
Well, that sure is a long river.
Gosh, how do we get over there?
I think we should all swim.
I ain't going in there. It'll wash my face off.
Youngsters nowadays.
Can't you fly with your wings?
I mean, obviously I can fly. Can you not see my wings?
Right, suppose I'll have to do it first, then come on, you lot.
Can I do a roly thing because we're playtesting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to use instinct to try and like navigate or find if there's any shallower or easier routes across this river.
Sure.
I don't know how. So I rolled 2 dice and I've got a +1 to instinct. So I'm assuming I add 1 to both, so I forget
You add 1 to the total roll.
to the total.
But you got to roll in which
Which is
fire?
So
Yeah.
I got a 9 on the bad one, a 5 on the good one, which means it's a 15 overall.
15 with fear.
Yes.
Okay, so it is a success. I take a fear token because you rolled with fear.
Good.
Which you'll find out what that means later.
Yeah.
So what you can tell is you really just have to be careful with your footing. It doesn't seem like it'll be too rough. There are some spots you should probably avoid. These more shallow sandbanks here, and here all look like they could have nests of local creatures that may not like to be disturbed. So it may be best to avoid those as you all traverse.
Well, as much as those shallow parts probably look very inviting, I would say we stay away from those. There are creepy crawlies and bad things potentially over there.
Can't bear creepy crawlies. Right, let's go then.
Oh, off he goes.
But don't bother me. I've been ready for death since I was born.
How far can I move?
Yeah, how are we movementing?
So each one of you can tell me how you want to help the party get across here.
Edgewood, would you mind kindly if I could take a ride on your back? I feel I will drown very easily in this shallow water.
Well, we'll mind, but yeah, you can.
Wow.
We should also probably tie ourselves together with this rope I've got.
Well, sure.
Not doing anything else with it.
I can hold on tight, but sure.
I woke up here with 50 feet of rope, so we could all tie ourselves together.
I think I've got
True,
rope
you
as
did.
well.
You've all got a bunch of shit in your pockets that you didn't have while at Fisher King.
Oh no, I always carry 50 foot of rope in my Gucci bag.
So I'm gonna.
Ugh.
If everyone is happy to be tied together, I will tie us all together with 50 feet of rope.
All right.
I don't really want to be tied. Can I just hold on to the end?
You can fly, can't you?
Exactly, that's why I just want to hold on to the end.
Pretty confident I can walk.
Oh, very well.
Yeah.
All right. Joe, can you make a finesse roll for me?
Finesse.
Yeah. So 2d12s and add your finesse to tie that rope efficiently.
It was 13 with hope.
Okay.
I was going to say, just to set a precedent, do you want us to say the individual numbers, or do you just want us to say the number and then which one was the higher?
Yeah. That just say the number, the total, and then with hope or fear. So 13 with hope. Okay. You can add a hope. And that is a success. You guys can make some progress in the water there.
How far?
About a quarter ways across.
To the island or total?
Do we automatically start with hope?
We start with 2, I believe.
You all start with 2
Ah,
hope.
okay.
And Joe just gained 1 for
Cool.
passing a roll with hope. All right. Yes. Who wants to contribute next?
So we're heading across the
And how?
briny. Well, the tax man will come on, you can't hang about here all day, and he'll be pushing on ahead without taking too much notice of where he's going and avoiding the little islands. I'd also point out that he's finding it. He's trying to make it look like it's really easy to go through the water, but he's actually finding it really tough going. Come on, it's easy.
What ability are you using to help guide us here?
I am going to be using knowledge, because I'm going to be using
Alright.
I'm analysing a good
make
route
a knowledge
across
roll then.
that, so I'm looking for that. Looks like a nice way to go. Knowledge roll. I'm going to use the system to do it for me because I have no idea what I'm doing. Roll,
Take another fear.
and I got a 15 with fear.
And that is a success. You guys are about halfway across the river now. But I am going to spend a fear to spotlight an environment action. And I think I'm going to use it against Coco. Coco, can you make an agility reaction roll?
Yeah. How do I do? Is a reaction roll different than just?
A reaction roll is just one that I tell you to make in response to a thing.
I got a 23 with hope.
Holy shit!
That's
A 12 and 11.
Jeez.
Okay.
All right, show off.
Wow. Okay.
Being a kind of short in stature here and being hung back a little bit there, the current starts to pick up and you almost lose your footing and get swept away.
Mm-hmm.
But you're able to ground yourself. And instead of getting washed down the river a bit, you can just mark a stress instead.
Mark a stress. Okay.
Can I then, when I see that happen, use my inspirational word, which means I can clear one of the stresses?
Is that a reaction?
I don't know.
Hey, Purdy,
Does
you
it
finally have an
say-
excuse for not knowing anything.
Yeah.
Does
It's
it
an
say?
ability, I know that.
Okay,
How do I find out if things are reactions or not? It's one of my domain effects.
sure. You can do that. Yes. What resource does that spend?
A token?
Read it again.
My speech is imbued with power. After a long rest, place a number of tokens on this card equal to your presence.
Yeah. Place a number of tokens on this card equal to.
Oh, you got it too!
When you
I
High
think
five.
I think that can only
Yes,
be
I
done during a rest.
You can read it.
Wait.
Where's
Yeah.
the last
Wait,
one? Where's the-
It says after a long rest, you set the number of tokens that you have, and then you can use those tokens later.
So
Yes.
you would
Yeah,
start with an amount.
Yes. Okay.
So we've started with 5 tokens. So you.
Well, no, I've started with one
Why
token.
have you started with 5? It's equal to your presence score, which is not going to be
I
5.
started with 5. Don't
What?
know why.
Where do you find out your presence? For?
My present score is 5.
It's one of your things at the top. Your presence is 5.
Okay.
It,
ask me, I
it
just-
can't be.
It can't. The highest it can be is
at
2.
the top. You would think not.
Oh, my presence score, yeah. So yeah, I've only got one.
Yeah. That's fine. So yeah, Liz, you can remove a stress, and
Nice.
pretty you don't have that resource anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. I'd be like,
It's a
girl,
lot.
I got you.
Thank you.
You're level 12, aren't you?
No, I'm level 1. It says level 1 at the top.
What the hell?
How have you done this?
To be fair, Warlock may be broken since it's a new one.
Don't ask me. Maybe Warlocks are just really good at everything.
That is quite broken.
I don't.
should
See, it's a good thing I brought up my little special thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think,
We'll worry about that later. We're gonna be here forever. Okay. So you guys are halfway across. Who wants to make the next stride to get across?
I mean, I already did my instincty thing.
I can do something.
Yeah.
I am going to use one of my abilities. I am going to rally. Once per session, I can rally the party and give yourself and each of your allies a rally die. At level 1, the rally die is a d6. A player can spend their rally die to roll it, adding the result to their action roll, reaction roll, damage roll, or to clear a number of stress equal to the result. So I will give the party a rousing speech about how we can totally do this. And it's just a little bit further, don't worry. And everyone gets a 1d6.
Sick.
Okay. Did you also want to... So that will give everyone the benefit as its own ability. Did you also want to make a presence roll to try to motivate everyone to get across a little faster?
Sure. I got a 22 with fear.
God. Thank you for the fear tokens. But you loaded me up with fear tokens.
Yep.
But that is a success. You guys are very close. You can get yourselves most of the way there now if you want. And then just need somebody to get you a little bit further.
I would like to
Yes.
make use of my jumping ability combined with my elementalist feature.
Oh.
So I can spend a hope as long as I describe how my control over my element helps my action. Doesn't have to actually make sense. So I just have to describe it, and I get a bonus along with my leap. So I can leap anywhere within close range. And you said that we were close now. I don't know how close is.
For the sake of it, sure. Technically, I think this is considered far range.
Sure. So I will
But
spend
hopping
my
roll.
hope
Use.
to Caprine Leap and supercharge myself. So you would see beneath the waves, little lightning bolts kind of run around my legs down to my black painted hooves before I kind of surge forward, pulling the rest of you with me through the rope.
I'm on your back, so I'm just like gripping one hand, going, "Oh Lord, oh Lord."
Now roll. So that is a total of what ability? Do I tell you what ability I want to use, Rowan, or do you ask me?
Since you're using magic here, you can use your spellcasting trait.
Okay, I don't know what has changed. All of my numbers have gone up.
What the hell? Do you also have a +3 now?
Oh no! It's because I clicked infuse action, which is part of the elementalist, which gives me a +2 bonus.
Oh.
So it's now telling me that I do that. So okay, that makes sense now. So Mark, you might have a passive feature or a feature turned
I
on.
already worked out the same thing. I have a class feature I didn't really understand, which is use sphere, and it was turned on. And if you turn it off, all my numbers go back to normal. I don't know what that actually means, but I'm sure we'll work it out at some point.
It's if you're doing something that is just a success.
Okay, so that was an 11.
An 11 with what?
Sorry, it was an 11. So with that, it becomes a 15 with.
Okay. Got it. You've all made it to the other side of the river.
Woo!
And when you get to this side of the river, you scramble up the bank of the river and see what appears to be a small group of mercenaries gathered in a makeshift camp in a clearing in the bushes at the base of the cliff. They're laughing and fighting. Two of them are beating the shit out of one another in the middle of the camp. A bunch of them are surrounding them, laughing. You see a few others in the distance. But how would you like to approach this group that is between you and the cliff?
Because I haven't used a hope yet, and we're all doing that, and I want to be like the cool kids, I would like to use a hope to use one of my experiences.
Okay.
My silver tongue.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for approval. Yeah. And I will step forwards. So I clamber up here, and as I emerge with my tiny self, I will speak into the void and say, because of course we all remember exactly how we got into this situation from Fisher Kings. I will say, gentlemen and ladies and others that might be around, you see, we are trying to get to that mountain over there, and I see that you, as a group, are all having a fun time of your evening, and I don't wish, or none of us wish to interrupt your fine evening, so would it be possible if you just could so kindly let us pass around you? We would not disturb, touch, or even get involved in anything that you have going on here, and we can just all be, or not even friends. We can forget each other exists.
All right. Make your roll there.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm rolling bad with my extra 2. So is it 2 on top of what would be
Yes.
presence?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so it's gonna be a +3, which means I have a 12 with fear. I know. I rolled a 6 and a 3.
I want you to know the difficulty for this was 13.
It's 13, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm very tiny. I may have a silver tongue,
Yeah.
but I'm very small.
Saying that, this guy walks around the corner. He's like, ha! Yeah, sure. You guys can pass. Straight through the middle of our camp. Go ahead.
Oh, now that is very kind of you. Well, I will indeed start going forwards.
And brave Sir Taxman will also advance, staying behind at Teddy Bear.
As soon as you walk through those bushes there, we enter a combat because,
No.
yeah, you are being ambushed by these people behind you, which means they immediately get the spotlight. So this sniper back here,
What? Oh, them. Oh, I see.
yes,
This little chappy over here.
yes, this guy.
Yes.
Ooh.
As it currently stands, Dr. Fluffles is under the impression that this is going to be perfectly fine and he can walk straight through.
Yeah, exactly.
Meanwhile, the sniper is taking a shot at you. That is a 9 to hit Doc Fluffles.
Which number am I looking at? There's so many
Evasion.
numbers. No, my evasion is 11.
Cool.
I like to imagine it's just I'm small. I don't like necessarily purposefully evade, but it just goes over my head.
Yep. And
You said
then,
sniper, I'm just assuming gun.
a bow.
Oh, a bow. Then the arrow goes flying on. Well, excuse me. You said that I could go forwards.
And then I'm going to spend a fear to give the shadow their action, coming up right behind our fairy here, and going for
What's my name?
Kaelin.
Say my name.
Thank you. Don't be calling me our fairy.
How do we gain back any kind of
When
actions and such?
when the character's action, the GM's turn is done, they'll switch back to yours automatically.
Wonderful.
Unless I spend one of my resources
Gotcha.
to light up a new character. The shadow is going to make an attack. That is cocked. That is a 13 to hit Kaelin.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's 11 damage.
Oh, ouch.
Well, so
Which
to clarify, yeah, it isn't 11
does-
damage. That means you put on 11 points. This is where you get into your minor damage, major
right,
damage,
yes.
severe damage, and armor. I'll let Rowan explain.
Oh, yes, I
So
get
we're
it.
not-
So-
I get it.
what are your thresholds?
6 and 12.
So
So I mark 2 HP down.
yes, or you can spend an armor slot to reduce it down to minor damage and mark only 1 HP. That's what the armor is for, to reduce how much HP you take.
I'm going to put 2 HP down and save my armor for now.
Okay. And I will give the spotlight back to you guys. So whoever feels like they would react in the situation, go ahead.
Can I spin round and...
Sure.
And I would be attacking with my scepter. Chap behind the tree, sniper.
Do all of these people that are in front of us in this camp, do they all now look aggressive or?
Yeah, they're starting to turn around.
Wonderful. Then when I am allowed, I will scutter up to this closest one and probably just try and smack him in the knee.
We do gotta go in order though, because if Purdy Purdy fails, then it comes back to.
Yeah.
So I've got obviously my 2 daggers.
Yeah.
Do I do both of them?
So your secondary dagger should say that it just gives a damage bonus.
Plus 2 to the primary weapon damage target within melee.
Yeah, so you add that damage bonus to your main damages attack.
So it'll be plus 5 on my D8 rather than plus 3. Okay. And I still roll my hope and fear.
Yep.
Oh, fuck off. 22 with fear.
Yeah, that hits. So do your damage.
12.
Okay. Damn, that instantly kills the shadow.
No!
Wait, we should get into the habit of describing what things look like because Daggerheart is much more into that.
Yeah. What does it look like?
Yeah, so she actually doesn't have daggers. Like, okay, the pictures I sent you guys was square nails, but she has actually really sharp, pointy nails. And as she spins around, she just kind of claws at the eyes.
Straight through into the brain.
Yeah, she probably like pulls it back, and she's got an eyeball stuck on one of them. It's like, ew.
Yeah, this guy comes up, stabs you in the gut, and is looking right in your eyes, and then.
Yep.
All right.
I would be taking a shot at the sniper guy.
Okay.
Oh, you! What do you think you're up to? And I will use Blighting Strike against him.
Okay.
Which, if I get it correct, spellcast roll, so it's that one there. And I rolled it. And that says it. Ooh. Oh, that's a good roll. Okay, I for a second I thought it had gone wrong, but it's good. 25 with fear.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And with fear, the target takes a d10 damage. And next time he deals damage to an ally, it's reduced by 1d6. I'll do my 1d10 damage.
We should also add, just so everyone's clear, if your 2 dice say the same number, that's your critical.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Right, and
What was the damage?
is 6.
6 damagios. He's looking dang rough over there. He's grabbing his side.
And a ghostly truncheon goes flying across and smacks him in the side.
I am going to spend a fear.
I didn't get my turn. This is racism.
Sorry, I'm maxed out on fear right now, so I have to spend some.
You fear of the
Wow.
races, I get it.
Yeah, but I say
Yeah, exactly. Yes, I will. Yeah, spend this fear to spotlight this guy. There he is, the lieutenant. Who is going to move forward in close range. He's going to use his action called Tactician to mark a stress and spotlight 2 additional allies. So he's going to spotlight the bandit and the knee breaker. So they'll both.
What does spotlighting mean?
That just means they get to take their actions
Here we
now.
go.
Okay.
Here and here. And the lieutenant will throw his javelin at the teddy bear.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I say now, this is mighty rude.
That is a 17 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll get there.
Yeah, that'll do it. 28. 6 damage.
So 6 would be minor. So I'm going to use one of my armors to set that to none.
Cool.
And I will say in canon, it's just like seeing it coming forwards. It's like not like a graceful step sideways, more of like a jerk sideways as it just flies past me.
Sure,
I said that
just
because I'm
like
not actually
nicks-
wearing any armor.
Yeah, nicks you a little bit. Whoosh. And then the bandit, yeah, he's going up to the taxman here, and he's going to try to stab him with his daggers.
What do you think you're up to?
That is a dirty 20.
Miss! Okay, I lied.
And that is 7 damage to you.
7, which is in the old majors. But I'm going to expend an armor slot and make it into a minor.
Cool.
So I'll do
And
that
then-
for 1 armor slot, and I'll do that for 1 hit point.
And finally, for my bit here, the knee breaker will.
Well, sucks to be you. I don't have knees.
He's actually coming at you, going for like a big hug, like a sumo wrestler, like grab hug sort of thing. He's trying to hold you down.
Uh-huh.
So that is a 5. So this guy is real big and bumbling, and he's charging at you, and he's like kind of wobbly on his feet. He may be drunk or something, and he just charges and like fully misses.
Wonderful. I like to imagine I just slip under his legs because I'm so small.
Oh yeah. He dives right over you.
Quick question.
Yes.
This is all happening because of the fear rolls?
Yes.
Or because we've gone by the full round? Because I think there are 10 out.
There's not really rounds, so I spent fear to spotlight these enemies. But it goes back to you guys now.
Cool, gotcha.
Well, I would like to do what I was going to do. Sort of. It's changed a little bit. But I want to use my deft maneuvers to mark a stress to sprint anywhere on the far range within far range without having to make an ability roll to get there.
Okay.
And then if I end my movement within melee range of an adversary and immediately make an attack, which I will, I get a +1 bonus to the attack roll.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, the actions you have made here are regrettable. And just charge straight at the lieutenant. Which means I need to mark that I've got the attack bonus, 1 stress, and I've done the per short rest. And then I would like to try and punch him in the knees, basically, or whatever at the height I'm at. Question, that d6 that you gave us, Liz, can I roll that after knowing a result, or do I have to roll with the dice?
I think you roll it with it, but let me reread what it says here. You add it to the result of an action roll, reaction roll, damage roll, or to clear stress. So
I don't know if that answers my question.
I think you can just...
But what I'm saying is, can I roll, see the number, and then decide to add it?
yeah, because you add it to the result of the roll. Yeah. Yep. So you can add it knowing what the result is.
I'll leave it to Rowan. It sounds like that, because it says you can add it to the result.
Sure.
And I shall roll. That is going to be, I can't count numbers, 17 with hope.
Okay. Mark a hope for yourself.
Oh, I get a hope.
Yeah, at
Wonderful.
hope.
Then,
The successful hit.
so it's going to be 1d12 plus 1d6, and then I can use that 1d6, I guess, because I didn't use it for that.
Sure.
So I'm just going to punch as hard as I can, which is going to be, I don't add the strength number to the result, like to the actual damage, do I?
Does it say you do?
No, it just says 1d12 plus 1d6, so I wasn't sure if the +3 to the strength is okay, that's fine.
Then no.
That's going to be 9.
Oof.
No, that's not
Okay.
going to be 9. That's going to be 19, because I can't add.
Holy. Okay.
And then I'm going to spend the hope that I just got to use Overwhelm, which means I force the target to make a stress. So I'm going to imagine that I'm so fast and punch so hard in the knee, there's just this cracking noise, which you would not expect considering that my fist probably makes a squeaky noise. I mean, that would throw you, wouldn't it?
Okay.
I am going to bop the person who tried to. Who in fact did.
Or do we want to give Joe or
Oh
Liz a
yeah.
chance?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, we should.
At some point, I want to bop the person. But
I am quickly going to spend two fear actually. 1 to spotlight the lackeys, and 1 to have them do a group attack. So all the lackeys on the field are very quickly going to within these ones named Thieves Guild fence are meant to be lackey. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What, they're all going to attack me? Who would have thunk it?
They all have to go after a single target. And they make 1 roll.
It is a shame that you forced our hand like this.
That is a 12.
Yeah. I got evasion of 11, so that will indeed hit.
Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 12 damage.
Which would be into major. And since we're not going to be doing this for much longer, I'm going to use another armor slot to bring that down to minor. So I only take 1 HP. as they, I'm
Cool.
sure, kick me into the floor.
Yeah. They're just going around kicking you, punching you.
Just going like,
Alright.
it would be such a horrific sight if it wasn't for the fact that every time they kick me, it's just like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Spotlight's back to you guys.
Joe, do you want to do something?
Yeah. Give Joe and Liz a place.
I will. Let's see. This is where the real challenge is going to be. We're all going to be like, I want to do this. I want to do this, and we'll forget who has and hasn't been. I will dual staff shoot magic at the sniper.
Okay.
You're so far away.
He's still over there, isn't he? I have a far range.
Where are you?
I'm
You probably have to move up. I don't know if you could see. Yeah, at least into the brush there.
Yeah, Jonathan too.
There is a vague number for like close, medium, far stuff.
Mhm.
I know it's like ambiguous, but do you know what those numbers are?
Yes.
Actually, it might be in that thing.
Close is up to 30 feet. Very close is 15. Melee is 5 feet. Far is 90, and very far is like 150 plus.
So I'm just going to shoot him with
Yes.
magic. Terrible. So I will add my d6 to this that Liz gave me.
Okay.
So 10 total with
To hit, I will take my fear.
sniper.
It does miss, unfortunately.
Ooh.
And because that failed, the sniper's going to spotlight for a second and take a shot back at you. And that is an 18 to hit.
Yes.
Roll that.
And he takes a -1 d6 on his damage.
Does it say that there's a minimum?
It says next time the target deals damage to an ally, it is reduced by 1d6.
Okay. The D6 completely negated the damage.
Yay!
So I think he shoots his arrow, he lines it up, it's really accurate, it's going to go like right for your forehead. And as it's going, the magic lingering on him just kind of breaks down the arrow right before it touches your forehead and turns to dust.
As I said, the ghost truncheon just goes beep on his nose, just as you.
Okay.
All right, back to
Blow
you
the
guys.
hair out of my eyes.
Liz, did you have something you want to do, or you okay for anyone else to take?
Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna move up and get into close range of someone, and I'm pretty far back. So if you can,
Who are you trying
am
to
I
get within
able-
close range of? Just anyone?
Anyone.
Yeah, just is there anyone close enough that I can? It's kind of hard to tell who are characters and who are enemies from when it's this.
That one's me.
If you move up past the brush there, you should be able to have the bandit and the sniper within close range.
Okay.
If you move closer, like up to where Kalen and the taxman are, you could reach the knee breaker as well.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to get in. Is very close or close range melee? Like which one is which? Can I
Melee
get in
is its own range. Very close is about 15 feet. Melee is literally right up on them.
Then I will do very close. Try to get up.
Okay, you can probably only get to the bandit in melee range, or very close. You said, right?
I'm trying to get within close range.
Oh, close is fine.
Okay.
Who do you want to go for?
I'll go for that bandit, and I'm going to do make a scene. I'm going to spend 3 hope to temporarily distract the target within close range, giving them a -2 penalty to their difficulty. Does that
Oh,
mean something to you?
Yeah, it's their AC essentially. They'll be easier to hit.
Okay.
I love that. I'm going to do this thing. What does that mean?
I don't know what I mean.
That's
It
what
sounds good.
learning is all about.
No, I love it. I love it. It's great. It sounds good.
And then that will be my turn because everything else I want to do is kind of more like right up on range or melee range.
Okay. Somebody else have something they want to do immediately, or should I spend a fear?
I want to biff our friend here
Okay.
in the nose with my scepter.
How far are we able to move, Rowan?
You can comfortably move within 30, or you can make an agility roll to move essentially as far as you want, but the difficulty will be harder the farther you want to move.
Does that take like an action, or is that like
Mm-mm.
its own separate roll? Okay.
I will do the agility thing after Mark is gone then.
What are you doing, Mark?
Right, Meleno. So, you think you can stand in a public space like that? I should be speaking to your superior about this, and I shall smack him in the face with my scepter.
This is a public opera. I don't know where we are.
That's not the point.
I mean, I know exactly where we are because we have been in a story up to this point.
And that is...
Supposedly.
I also use my D6 sim level roll.
You're in a simulation, bud.
This is just like a VR bar that we're all at.
Yeah, essentially.
That is a 12
That will hit.
with fear.
Noted.
And that's remarkable. 2.
2 damage to the bandit. That is minor.
Oh no, hang on. That's wrong. I apologize. It's 5.
That is still minor.
It's still minor, but at least it's a bit bigger minor.
Alright. I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight the knee breaker. And Kalen seems to have moved up. That's fine. They
This
will.
Maybreaker is mistitled. It went for a stuffed toy that doesn't have knees, and then someone who flies who doesn't need knees. So you know.
They are going to try to hold you down. Again, they really want to grab people. That's better. That's a 13.
For me.
Yeah, does that meet or beat your evasion?
Yeah.
Okay. They have grabbed you. You don't take any damage, but you are restrained and vulnerable. The target can break free and remove both conditions with a successful strength roll, or they are freed when the knee breaker takes major or greater damage.
Fuck you.
I will then spend another fear to highlight the lieutenant, who will spend a fear to use an action called coup de grace, where they make an attack against a vulnerable target within close range. I think that's about close range. Yeah, just about.
It's 31 feet, which means it's outside of close range.
Just about.
That is outside of close range.
I
I'm not
agree
sticking
with Alec.
to the exact measurements. We're using the rough measurements. Noted. Yeah. Yeah, so they're throwing a javelin at you as you are pinned to this guy.
And
He
it totally
turns to
misses.
face.
It hits him in the head. He dies.
We can certainly find out. So 14.
Fuck off.
And then it is... That's 19 damage.
Yeah, I'm going to use that armor slot for that.
Okay.
I would
What does
imagine
that armor slot do?
it brings it down a damage category.
Yeah, so 19, does that go into your severe?
Yeah, that's why I'm knocking it down to.
Yeah, so it brings it down to major. And you additionally mark a stress.
Would I be right in saying that after severe damage, it doesn't matter how much damage, you will never take more than 3?
If you take double your severe threshold, you take another damage. And that's the very maximum, is 4.
Okay, I don't know why they didn't just put the 4th one on there. But
Yeah,
sure.
I don't.
That just seems unnecessarily complex. I would like to punch.
Sure. Punch.
I'm going to punch the lieutenant again. Please?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, good news, but also bad news. That is a 22, but it's with fear. Oh, actually, it's a 24, because I'm a +2, but it's still with fear.
A 22 with fear definitely hits.
24 with fear, but yes.
Yes.
So I will do my first damage, and then I'm also going to use combo strikes. So I will mark another stress, and that means I get to do more damage. Effectively, I get to keep rolling d4s until the one I roll is lower than the one previous. That's not great on the initial one. That's a 7. My d12 roll is 3, right? And then I roll my d4s. 10, 13, 16. Oh, that one's lower. 16.
For damage?
Damage.
Cool. How do you kill this man?
Seeing the javelin go flying and being relatively protective over a good friend of mine, I don't think he's a bearer of unnecessary gore. I think it's quite simple as just clambers onto his leathers, climbs all the way up, and just starts like pummeling him. That's what the combo strikes is. Just starts pummeling in the face until there's not really a face. But as soon as he like collapses, he stops. There's no excess. There's no overbearing. It's just a bit like, well, you got to do what you got to do.
You leave a roughly teddy bear shaped.
Yeah, it'd be quite a pinpoint punch.
Yeah, a pinpoint punch filled with blood and faux fur in the face of this lieutenant.
With the punch, he was like, I tried to be nice about this.
If I'm held down
All
by
right.
knuckle breaker meat,
Did you say nipple breaker?
I mean, I said knuckle, but nipple's better.
Okay.
Nipple. If I'm being held down by nipple twister, can I attack him?
Yeah.
Cool. Can I attack?
Sure.
Yeah. 17 with hope.
That'll hit.
Yeah.
Add a hope.
Oh yay. 9.
9 damagios. All right.
I just imagine her like scraping her nails down his arm.
All right.
Am I able to get over to the main group? You said about making a check.
Yes, you'll need to make an agility roll to do so.
And is that the only thing I can do, or can I then do something afterwards?
You can then do something afterwards.
I will do that. Am I able to, because throwing myself into harm's way recklessly, am I able to get +2 from Edgelord?
That depends. In what manner are you running over?
Imagining violins playing in the background as storm clouds break overhead.
Okay.
In the direction that I'm going.
Music from
Yeah.
Devil May Cry, whatever it is.
Absolutely. I'll allow you to spend a hope to use your experience here. Yes.
Rid of
Is that-
that is 13 with hope.
Yep. You can add another hope again, and you make it to the main group. Put yourself where you'd like to be.
So I would like to be in here with my little friend.
Oh.
Stand over him because
Well,
he is so
I'm currently standing on top of this guy. Well, he's still standing on the tabletop, but this guy
okay.
in front of me is
Well
a
then,
dead body.
in the middle of all of them. And then, because I am so edgy, I'm going to cast Rain of Blades.
Incredible.
Which conjures throwing blades at all targets within very close range.
Oh my.
So,
Including me.
Targets.
no, I clarified this earlier, so I choose who is a target.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, because I use the hope, I can't boost my roll here. Oh, it's good though. 8 plus 5 is 13.
Yeah.
Plus 2, 15 with hope against
Yep.
all of them.
Add another
or
hope.
anyone who's within very close. So is Kneebreaker within very close range there? I don't know.
No, he's just outside of that range.
So am I then able to do another thing?
No. So once you do an attack like that with the roll, that tends to be the end of the turn.
Am I able to do something that affects a damage roll?
Is it a reaction thing to doing damage?
Additionally, spend a hope and describe how your control over this element helps an action roll you're about to make.
Yeah.
You're about to make, then either gain +2 to the roll or damage to the roll's bonus. Gotcha.
Yeah, you can use that. I'd still allow you to.
Oh, then lightning knives. So they take an extra
Oh yeah.
3, so they all take 8 damage.
Incredible. So here's the thing. These are lackeys. They only need to take 1 damage to die.
Look at that combo wombo. I take out the main guy, you just annihilate all the small ones.
Yeah, they all die instantly to your lightning knives.
It's because I'm so edgy.
It is.
You spin around on the spot. Blades abound.
It's a hell of a combo wombo.
I'm very glad I decided to take that one instead of the other one then.
You kill their boss, and these guys are all about to like hop in on you again. And then your friend here just comes up and just like.
Oh,
Well, I thank you.
there isn't a person left. Never mind. Okay.
There are 2 people
So
left.
there
actually.
is another thing that it would have said, but they're not within melee range.
And I'm going to spend a fear to highlight the bandit again, and stab our friend here.
It's not nipple twister.
Yeah, not the nipple twister yet.
No, there's no yet to that one.
9.
Nope.
That is a fail. I will spend another fear to highlight the nipple breaker.
How the fuck do you break nipples?
I don't know.
Twisting really hard.
Actually, to be honest, I think babies break nipples when they bite them.
And he is going to release his grapple on you,
Good.
throw you to the ground, and then start clubbing you.
Absolutely not good. She loves a good clubbing, just not like this.
Okay, well, they rolled a 3 and they have a -3 to attacks, so that is a
Good.
0.
Yep, that does not hit me.
But they have released you.
They have. All they did with their turn was release you, so that
I
they
like
can
to
hit
imagine. I really like to imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, he tries to throw you down to the ground to start attacking you, throws you down, gets ready to punch, and you have wings, so you just sort of flutter out the way.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else?
I'll run up to the guy in front of me, and I will attack him with my rapier.
Okay. Go.
Okay, so I got a 10 with hope.
The bandit is the one that you did the thing on. How long? The thing you did last turn. How long does that last? That drops their difficulty.
Great question. Let me try to find that. It just says giving them a -2 penalty to their difficulty, so there's no
Okay,
time.
so I'll assume it's for the whole scene. So then your 10 does hit because of what you did last turn.
Okay. So now is a 2.
Cool. Don't do a whole lot, but does something. You nick him. He doesn't like it. And I forgot that the sniper is over here, so I'm going to spend a fear to highlight them real quick. And they will take a shot
Oh, tequila.
at the little shroom friend that just ran up here. That is an 11 to hit your evasion.
Evasion is 11 for me.
What did I say? I said 11. So that does hit.
Yeah, so it does hit. Okay.
Yes. That is 6 physical damage to you.
So if my range is 6 to 12, does the 6 mean it's in major damage, or if it's
It's in
exactly
major.
6? Okay.
6
so
is major damage. Yes.
Got it.
Unless you want to mark an armor to reduce it.
No, I'll keep it for now.
All right. Purdy, you said you wanted to
Yeah, I
do
want to
it.
attack this
I'll
dude.
get to attack this one.
I'm attacking first.
Purdy first.
You go first.
I'm going first.
Go on then.
Bitch is going fucking
Go
down.
first.
Ah! I mean, now I'm keeping that. Caught that well in my leg. 23 with hope.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Add another
I
hope.
got max. I got a max to my leg.
Fuck you.
See, my Thunder 5 saved me today. 13.
How do you want to destroy this man?
I feel like she just kind of grabbed his head with her nails and, like, with that much force, because she's angry, because she's been fucking tossed around, but it slowly connects. Great.
So you grab his nipples.
Oh, no,
nipple
yeah, she
twist.
puts nipple twists on him.
And he just crumbles.
Yep.
I mean,
she breaks his
anyone would.
nipples.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
and as we all know, bandits, their health is stored in the nipples.
Yeah.
Yep. And before Mark gets to go, I'm spending one more fear
Go for it.
to attack you again.
Attack me or attack Mark?
No, Mark. Attack Mark.
That's fine. But don't fucking attack me again, bitch.
That's a 12.
That is exactly what my number is. Is that a fail or a success?
Incredible. That is a
Success.
success.
Like D&D, meet to beat.
That is 5 damage.
Is minor. Ow. I am going to cast my Blighting Strike.
Oh my.
It's actually not that. So I am going to try and blight.
Well, make it. tell us what it is. Tell us why it's so cool, though, even if it's not that powerful.
So, my truncheon,
You're French?
my truncheon that I have as a guard, a security guard, is actually quite ornate, and it's a souvenir of my days as a tax inspector. So it has gold inlay on it and ivory, and it's very, very pretty. It was because I did some work for the government taking money off the police, and I was given this as a sort of trophy, as the word. So I have discovered that it is imbued with magical power, and if I hit somebody with it, it actually makes part of the blood in their body turn to gold. It only temporarily, but it will damage them internally, and if I hit hard enough, blood turns to gold, they die, and then it turns back to blood again, and they... Unfortunately, I've tried, but you can't keep the gold, it doesn't last long enough. So this is my blighting
That's
strike.
wild.
So I'm going to try and blight his strike. That is a 22 with a red one.
What? You guys are rolling so fucking high.
You're welcome.
That's with fear, because the fear dice is higher.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it hits.
And I get 10.
How do you want to kill this guy?
Ah.
Well, I guess you already told us how you're killing that
I
guy.
hit him smack between the eyes, and he starts to shudder, and then his eyes just go like solid orbs of gold for a moment, and he just keels over with a clang, and then a moment later, blood oozes out of everywhere with the gold turning back into blood again.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a fear to make the archer run the fuck away.
No, that's not how that works. We don't allow people to run away.
How are you gonna run? We're on an island.
You can run, but you can't hide.
They will run to the side, and right when they get to the edge, they just smoke away.
They despawn.
Yeah, they despawn.
Well, I did try to say that we could move kindly, but I guess not. There's also a Hexer.
Youngsters.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot
Hexer's
they were
just
back
come out
there.
of the tent. Hexer's come out of the tent, seen all the dead bodies, and gone, nope.
I had more planned, but we are already very over time. So.
Oh, yeah, we're only 50 minutes over time.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
would like to go to bed.
There is a very pretty north.
it was good, but I have the hang, I think, at least broadly.
I
I
like
think
the system.
it will take some getting used to, but it is
Yeah,
not.
yeah, absolutely.
I think we need to get a little more of the hang of things of like switching between people.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good start.
Yeah, it might be worth having a sort of sequence, if not initiative.
I think it might. I know it's not in the Daggerheart thing, but it might be worth tracking. Just putting like a tick or something next to who's done something before someone else does something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like as much as it is fine to just sort of say, I want to do a thing, and sometimes we'll skip over that, it's good to know who hasn't necessarily managed to get their voice in.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Because some
go
of us
through-
there are just louder than others.
I was going to say, some of us...
Yeah, it
some
seems
of us,
to be a
Liz,
family thing, isn't
some of
it?
us, Liz and me, are going,
It's
You?
just, it's so different to 5e, where like even the movement, I'm used to that being so much
Yeah.
more rigid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can I do this? I'm not sure. Like, can I move that part?
The ambiguity is going to take
Yeah.
a lot to get used to, because
Overall, like, I feel like I can do so much more as a level 1 character than
Yeah.
I can as a level, because there's just so many things you can use, like your hope for, and the hope comes back. So
yeah.
I don't know, it's a cool system. It kind of rewards like long battles because you'll kind of like keep replenishing stuff.
I think I was initially like quite hesitant of a resource-based thing, but you are entirely correct that it, instead of being more restrictive, has in fact made it more open, because it's instead of everything having its own restrictions, everything kind of has one restriction, so you can kind of just choose whatever you want to do. I like
Yeah.
that.
We didn't even get into like the assisting people or team roles. Like one of you could have spent 3 hope to make a team roll, which basically lets you both do an attack using one person's roll.
Can we combine hope for that?
No, it has to be one person spending the hope, because each person
Yeah.
can initiate it once a session.
I feel like we got enough. I got enough grasp in this to be happy that when we start, that kind of stuff will learn as we go. Like
Yeah.
I'm not.
Cool. Perfect.
And let's be honest, it's us. The first session is going to be RP anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have to get all the Fisher King lore in there.
Exactly. We won't leave Fisher King. You know this, right?
We can start a fight in Fisher King, like no problem.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I want you guys to know I had a boss battle prepared.
Gosh, Fish King or for today?
No, for this.
I think much
today.
better that we had too much content than not enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have been very prepared,
But-
and I think that's very
But
good.
I
who,
really
who was
enjoyed
the
it.
boss?
Me.
The
Boss?
manager, the regional manager.
Yeah. What was it again? The fish.
The boss was a thing called a carry. It is a massive boss, 95 feet tall and 60 feet wide. You would have been attacking multiple bits of it. So its head, torso, arms, legs all have different
Oh, well.
like things and
That's awesome.
HP.
I love that.
Same here.
Hi.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Magic, Myths and Mayhem. Thank you to Dark Fantasy Studio and Nicolas Judy and Ovani for the use of their music in this episode. And a big thanks to you for listening. If you want to hear more behind the scenes content, alongside extra art and lore, please consider joining our Patreon by searching Magic, Myths and Mayhem on patreon.com, or watch our extra content and games on twitch.com. For now, thank you for being here, and we look forward to seeing you next time. I'll see you then. Just as we end up here, because I'm going to melt. Rowan, you'll like this. I saw a Tumblr post of someone saying people don't like Eldritch horrors are meant to be beyond your recognition, and it's always just like a thing with tentacles. And someone said that in their D&D or TTRPG campaign, the equivalent Eldritch horror is a gorilla that is always wider than the room you're in. No matter how big the room you're in, it is always wider than it.
Horrible. I love it.
Oh my god.